Where's your music in the beginning?
I can try right now, but what I'm trying to do is just get on here. As soon as the members come in, I'm gonna pop on. Actually, it's pretty nice right there.
Almost to 28, huh?
Get on here. As soon as the members come in. See that right there? So that's what they're seeing right now. That's what everybody's seeing. Okay, so.
Yeah, well, when Solo lived there, dude.
Can they hear us now?
I don't think so.
Oh.
When
I don't know,
Solo
maybe,
was,
maybe, I don't know.
when Solo lived there, dude, that spot was badass, dude. We'd be deep in that alley just partying. And that was actually a brick wall. At Conejo used to do the old English on all the time. Always stayed up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, hey, you can hear it. You go on, boy. Alright, homies. So I got my interns today. So Gilly's doing this all by himself. Bear with me. You know how this is done. Bear with me. I'm gonna have to jump over there right now, like pretty quick without everybody to see me, homeboy.
That's right.
Here we go, people. Here we go.
Go.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job, and you got shit to do. So what are we doing? What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, man?
No, what's cracking, homie?
How you
I
been?
don't see.
I've been good, man.
You're getting older. You can see you're losing some of your hair.
I went today. I got me a $35 haircut, homeboy.
Yeah, that's what my cost is.
A $35 haircut that is not cheap.
Nope.
I had to go to like 3 different places. I walked up on one. Did I get an appointment? Nope. So, all right, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I called another one. I see the guy outside. He doesn't know I'm seeing him too. He's like, nope, tomorrow. Nope. I went to another one, and finally that one. If you get here at 1:30, I said no problem. I had an hour to kill. Went and bought a tall one real quick. Hit the shade. Drank a tall one real quick, and then now we're looking fresh.
So what was it, about a $40 haircut?
$40. Huh? You got to tip at least $5.
No, yeah, that's what mine is.
I mean, I used to tip $5 anyways, even when it was $25.
Yeah, but that's $30. But now
Wow.
it's up at 40.
Me, I usually pay $7. I get my haircut.
Right.
And I give them $10. You know, that's just with the tip $3 and then the
Well, how much for your
$7.
haircut?
$7.
$7.
$7. That's why it looks so fucking fine, dog.
This was he's still going to 1986.
So check it out.
Man.
I paid $7 at a barbershop
Yeah.
in East Los. And I went there. They were closed.
Yeah.
I went to every spot I knew. They were all closed.
Sure, everybody
As
cares.
I was driving by,
Yeah.
everything was closed, but I see that little like fence thing
Yeah.
rolled up in front of the barber, and I had never seen that barber before. So I was looking, and I could see the light on top because they boarded everything up, and all you see was a little light. So I was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
Knocked on the door. This old lady came out. She goes, "Oh, hi," and she was, "You got an appointment?" I go, "No." I said, "But I didn't ask you all that. I just need a haircut." She was like, "Look at me for a second." She was 20? I go, "Yeah, 20. So I was like, fuck it. So I paid 20. I never pay that much for a haircut.
Wow, he's probably extorting the old lady. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
right.
He's probably going up in there, pressing up on the old lady, and telling her, "Oh, my haircut."
Oh, my
I
haircut
was like,
now.
"Yo, what's up, mija?
no.
What's cracking?"
Fuck,
So-
that's $80 a month on haircuts.
So,
now.
so before we start, I want to give a shout out to the homie Rooster. He was just here. I'm sure you're at home having a good time with your kids, probably in the pool.
And you forgot your nutsack, Sorcerer.
Shout out to all the raza that's working, coming home,
That's right.
driving home, doing their thing. The ones that aren't working and trying to get back to work. Shout out to all you guys. It's Friday. Let's try to enjoy it, man. So let's jump right into this. I got one topic that I want to talk about. I wanted to talk, and we'll get back into it. I want to talk about well, I guess it has something to do with it. Teachers getting back in school.
Yeah.
That's a big thing that's being.
Orange County, they're letting Orange County in school back to school.
I think it's 2 days a week.
Yeah, elementary and
Something
junior
like
high. I
that.
think it was. I heard today.
Well, I don't know if we got any listeners who are anyway affiliated with the
School districts.
LAU, especially LAUSD, because this is the rumor that I'm hearing, man. The rumor that I'm hearing is that first they wanted the teachers to go back fully. A lot of the teachers said no. They fear for their life, that they're high risk. Understood. Then they said, okay, no kids in the school, but we want you guys to come back to the classroom, so the kids can at least see you in the classroom, start getting a little bit of normality going again,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Teachers again said no.
No.
To me, that just means you're punking out.
Yeah.
That means you're happy at home, getting whatever money you're getting from unemployment or whatever the union's getting them, and they're leaving the kids high and dry because Uneducated kids will make uneducated decisions, man.
That's
and this,
correct.
and we are as Raza, we already have an issue with education and trying to get our kids ahead. This is 2 years, homie.
Yeah.
What this tells me, those 2 years, especially between let's say 13 and 15, man, you're gonna have a lot more gang members. You're gonna have a lot more people using drugs. You're gonna have a lot more people, kids, making very dumb decisions because there's no guidance. What say you?
Yeah.
I think this is the opportunity for the charter schools to
Yeah.
really pick it up because they're not dictated with a union, and that's the best part of. They actually, the teachers have to perform in order to keep their job. So I think this is a good chance for the charter schools to actually pick it up and say, yeah, we'll go into the classrooms and do it. I know I think it's in Georgia that they opened up schools, and they picked up 1,000 new cases right off the bat. So they had to shut the school
I
down
saw some of
again.
that.
Yeah, so and Trump and the administration still pushing for them to reopen schools.
Are they wrong for pushing open schools?
Well, if 1,000 cases just popped up recently, yeah, they are.
Well, I just seen right before I came here, I was watching news, waiting for you to pick me up, and there was some school that didn't close down, and what they were doing is making the kids sanitize their hands, taking temperatures, and they had not had one COVID case. And that was right when you picked me up. That was
Yeah.
what, 45 minutes
I
ago.
I think them pushing to open schools is a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying throw all these kids in there like the Georgia whoever did. Yeah, that was insane. Do I saw those kids in the hallways? No. But at the very least, like LA County's trying to do, go back into the classroom. Don't sit here and tell me you're too scared not to go into the classroom.
No, you're all right. They should, if nothing else, yes, go back into the classroom, some kind of normality.
Yes.
There's no problem with that. I just don't think that they should shove them in like they did with Georgia.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Then that's taking a risk for
But
everyone.
then again, I'm driving by Malibu just about every day. That's where I'm working at right now.
Yeah.
In the meaning, watch out, Malibu, homeboys. This is Tetris in Malibu, in the Boo, homeboy. So I'm by the Boo.
Malibu's
All I
most
see in the Boo, homeboy, is big old canopies with a line of 15 to 20 little kids all next to each other at camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At these camps, that's for people who got money, you know. So they get the kids out of here. For regular folk who work a 9 to 5, you have your kids, especially if you got young ones, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, brother. It's hard enough holding down a job, taking care of the house, and then you're trying to teach these kids. When a lot of times, even us as adults don't know the math anymore. Don't know the proper
After
stuff.
fourth grade, I couldn't help my daughter with math anymore.
It just gets no really. It
Seriously.
Oh yeah.
no, some of
For
this
real.
stuff gets more difficult,
Uh-huh.
and it's hard enough for a teacher to teach them, let alone us as parents sometimes. And I think that 2 years of missing school is almost like let's say we're in the not in the Wild Wild West, we're back in the centuries where we're hunting for food, and for 2 years our men who are coming up,
It's
our
really
women
gonna hurt 'em.
are losing 2 years of hunting skills. Are losing
No,
2 years
it's
of
really gonna hurt them.
dude. This is gonna be something that's gonna really affect us.
I
And-
think what I think right now, I know Burbank's doing it. They're actually gonna provide all the computers and everything.
Well, they provided kids that didn't have
Yes.
computers,
so
and,
that
and
they
hotspots.
can do
So
that,
they can- so
and
they can
they're
go
giving
from
free
home.
internet so that they can.
Yeah, that little device
and
that
they
has a hotspot.
and they need to do that here in LA, well, LAUSD, just for right now, you know what I mean, and because
So
those kids, it's really gonna hurt. Those 2 years is like
Yeah.
3 or 4
So-
years
yeah.
to them.
So
you
let's
know
take
what I
this
mean?
on another way. I have a cousin. I was hanging out with him this weekend. He's LA County
I don't
Sheriff
believe you.
in county jail,
Right.
Central County Jail, and he's 4 kids going back to school. So I asked him why. He said there's so many cases that men and women are going to jail for molesting kids,
Oh wow.
and he said that for them to get sick or get molested, I'd rather have the kids go back to school and get sick. You know, this is him because there's so many kids getting abused, and a lot of these kids went to school to get away from that stuff.
yeah.
You know, it's a safe
Yeah,
zone,
yeah,
and to
yeah.
eat,
And to eat.
and to
It's a
eat.
lot.
So it's kind of like, okay, do you want your kids getting molested? You know, say 5 kids getting molested out of 20,
Right,
You know,
right.
or do you just have them go to school little by little where that was their safe zone? Like, where's the balance?
Well, I
Well,
think
that to me is kind of like a conspiracy thing that they're putting out there about the molestation. I think it's more of a conspiracy thing that they talk about in the news because that's coming from the right. You know.
Yeah, but this coming from my cousin that works in the LA.
No, I know,
Yeah, he's
but-
actually seen numbers that
Yeah,
people.
But
when he's
it's-
going through people's thoughts, like fuck another
Yeah, but
one, fuck
see,
another
but
one.
one thing you're
you know?
talking about too is about the food,
Mhm.
and that's not true
Mhm.
because I know if you go into East LA at lunchtime, they're opening up
Yeah,
and giving
yeah.
the
Yeah,
kids
but who's gonna
food.
take this kid to school?
They're giving their kids.
Yeah,
the
same
kids are
thing with
going
Burbank.
there.
Same thing with Burbank School District. I just drove by
No,
and they have the
the-
food, but like,
the thing
who's
is-
gonna take this kid to school? if the parents at
The
work.
thing is this, man. They're making it. I think this is the problem. I think that the COVID, for anybody who lost somebody in the COVID, to them it's as real as it can get.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
to them
yes.
it is as real as it can get, and I'm not gonna sit here and just say, "Oh, it's not." No, it is real. I think the reality of it is that it is not as harsh as they originally thought because we're supposed to still be in phase one, and in phase one 3 months ago they were locking us down. They were fearful, thinking this thing was just everything you touched was on it.
Well, the thing about that was we didn't know anything about it.
Exactly, but that's the thing. But instead of having the cojones to sit there and say, "Hey guys, even if they want to say we were wrong," even if that's the thing, we were wrong, but we were looking out for the best interest of humanity,
Everything, yeah.
But now let's get schools, let's get the movie theaters are opening up again, dude. You go everywhere, it's opened up. The only thing is they say go outside,
Yeah.
but everything's opened up. They just can't admit it.
Yeah.
Well, like, okay, we know somebody that has the COVID. And from when I was talking to somebody today, they said they gave him medication from Ebola. It was
That's it.
Ebola
Whatever.
in medication that actually helped him.
Right.
And he's out. He
Right.
was in the hospital, but he's out. So there is something to help, but at the same time, it's just, you know, you don't know who's going to get sick from it. I don't know if it's just something in your body that makes it that much worse for, like, I might get it and it do nothing to me.
Oh
You'll
no,
be healthy
you're
or
gonna
you-
croak, fool. No,
You know,
come
you
on,
might
no,
get it,
no,
man, I'm dying.
no,
You're
you're gonna
afraid,
croak.
you're all
homeboy.
there.
Because one of my neighbor's kids passed away, and he was a fireman, and he was healthy as hell.
Oh, was he the one that came out of the news?
Yeah, like 30 years
Oh,
old or
man,
something.
yeah, young
he
guy.
died.
Young,
And
it's
he
just
was
something
out,
something
and
in
he
his
had
body.
just finished having.
Yeah.
So it's something in your body
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
it worse. So you can't blame everybody
but
for
you know what?
panicking.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me, and I was a young kid back then, of the AIDS epidemic. When the AIDS epidemic kicked in, people wanted to swim anywhere near anybody, especially if you were gay. Straight up,
Yeah.
they were scared of you.
Yeah.
They thought you can cough and get AIDS. They
Yeah.
thought you
Kids-
touch somebody and get AIDS. They thought
Yeah.
everything in the book. If I smoke a joint after this guy, he's gay. I get
Yeah,
AIDS,
yeah,
brother.
yeah.
And that's how scary it was.
And
And
the
they
girls
thought,
were being really mean back then.
But they were wrong.
The girls were being really mean back then.
Why were the girls really mean, Sonny? Why?
'Cause back then I had action to say, hey, hook me up. Okay, now, no, you heard about AIDS?
Oh wow! Oh, so they were kidding. Oh, AIDS, yeah, AIDS.
Yeah, they
No.
girls were giving
No,
no love.
No, what AIDS did was it was kind of the same thing, and then they started figuring out, okay, you know what? It's
Well, we're learning more about it now, so it's easier. Right now with the schools, I think it's not because they give a rat's ass about the kids. It's just a political thing to argue about. Point
That's
for
what
me.
I think.
That's what it is.
Yep.
If the left says yes,
yes.
the right's gonna say no, just to argue.
I think
That's how
after
it
It's
November, it's all gonna go away.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen.
And COVID's gonna go away.
Sonny,
everyone's gonna
looks
go
like
back
COVID's not gonna
it
go
looks-
away
It
now.
looks a little by little like I'm bringing you to the middle
Right,
with me, brother.
right, it does,
Son-
right?
It's not good for us to be
Sonny,
quite
you-
left, homeboy.
yeah.
You guys,
No, you're
No,
starting to see.
you're-
You're starting to see how they politicalize everything. That's both sides.
I
brother.
know that. I've
That's
always
both
known that,
sides,
but
brother.
it's
Yeah.
like this fool say, "Oh, after November, he believes." Okay, we were talking to some guy that he knows, and this guy was talking about, "Oh yeah, did you know that 1,200 we're gonna have to pay it back the next year out of our taxes?" And I was like, "That's not true.
No.
It's not true." But he believed it, and then we're talking about the what else was he talking about? The COVID. Well, it's gonna disappear after November.
Oh yeah, he was saying
This is not going to change. Whether we like it or not, I don't think we're ever going to go back to being normal.
Oh no,
the way
we will.
were.
We will.
I don't think
We
we'll
will.
ever
We
go
don't wanna
back.
No, we will.
Mask,
We
people
will.
wanna do
Hey,
all that.
hey, we came back from being.
Some people are- it's gonna take longer than others.
Okay, but we came back from the Spanish flu, and that thing really destroyed a bunch of people.
Okay.
9/11. Don't point. I told you. Don't
1917 or
point.
1917 or 1918.
I want to say it was 1917.
You're a Trump supporter, fucker.
Why?
Because it's 1918.
Oh, because 1 year different.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, because
wow.
Trump is always saying 1917. and it was actually 1918.
It was right before like World War One, right during World War One or something.
Yeah,
like that.
what
That's
year
when-
Trump's award?
And that's when I'm a American
You're
supporter.
Keon West or Keon?
Kanye,
Kanye
I'm
West.
voting Kanye. I'm voting Kanye.
There you go. There you go.
I don't care.
I think it's just a political thing right now.
It
A lot
always
of shit's
is.
going to change. A
It
lot of shit's
always
going to happen
is, brother.
after this election. A lot of
yeah.
things are going to change. I don't think COVID's going to. I think it's going to be around for a
Listen,
while.
COVID's gonna die. BLM's gonna die. 2016, the same shit.
PLM's
2016
going to die, but I don't think COVID's going to die.
They're both gonna drop, brother. They're both
No,
gonna drop,
COVID
man.
won't.
They're both gonna
Kids
drop.
need to go back to school, man. That's all.
No, I
Guys should
think.
just
You would
go
send
by
your kids
little.
back to school?
Yeah, shit. My daughter
I
goes to
wouldn't.
school. Get your ass
Just
to
put it
school.
this way. I've already made a decision as far as I'm going to offer whatever money I have extra a
Yeah.
month so that my granddaughter can get
$2 ain't gonna
Homeschool.
get her nowhere,
Right.
bro.
homeschooled
Right.
until they get this completely under control. Because I don't want my granddaughter.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have that option. A lot of people need to get their kids educated.
no, I know.
man.
No, some people don't have that option.
Yeah, and that's-
I'm just lucky I have.
No.
I do, and I'm willing to sacrifice to do it.
No, I think we definitely need to get our kids back in school, even if it's 2 days a week.
Yeah.
It's like track
Well,
school.
that's supposed to be the plan right
Well, yeah, no, but right now the teachers are going to say no. If the teachers are saying no to go back when there's no kids in the classroom, they're being punked.
now. Well, that's LAUSD. That's the
Yeah,
LAUSD.
they're in the
That's,
That's us.
that's the problem with the union. Right? I told you there's always been a problem with LAUSD. They don't care. They want it their way. That's it.
And for a minute, that when they finally came off of it, for a minute, LAUSD was asking to defund the cops, to all kind of just crazy left. I mean, radical stuff that they were asking for, and everybody's like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" to
Did you
kids?"
see that video on Sturgis with Antifas? Is
No.
that- what is it?
Antifa.
Antifas, where they went to Sturgis, this
Yeah,
past
yeah, the
weekend.
bike ride.
Yeah, and they went and got into it with some bikers, kicked a bike down. Dude,
Oh,
like 50 fucking
I
bikers
bet.
went
That's
to
what they
whoop
get.
their asses, and fucking the PD went and helped them fucking
Hey.
walk them out.
Okay,
and
so-
here they're protesting no cops.
Let me shift this a little bit right now. Today I posted on my Instagram the hypocrisy of the Chicago mayor, dude. That broad, homeboy. I don't know if you've seen it, right? I don't know if you've seen it, bro.
I've seen someone here.
That broad has been never saying that the protesters are breaking the law until finally they looted that whole rich area, right? Never sat there and said one bad thing. Pretty much, I love the protesters. The cops are horrible.
Free
Defund the
expression,
cops.
yeah.
Yeah, you got all this right. And then she's got the nerve to put 24 cops on her block so the protesters don't go to her block.
Her block. Like, fuck.
No mames,
Awesome.
way. Hey, she gets a no mames way.
Hey, 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 hey.
No mames way. Yeah, come on, homie. Like, how can she defend that?
Hey, homie. She can do it.
And don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
You're wrong for talking about it. You're being racist.
No.
You're being racist. You're oppressing.
That,
You're oppressing.
Yeah, that's the go-to. Hey, brother, how are you going to be this liberal mayor when people are dying in your city all day long,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're saying protest is good, but when it comes to your doorstep, protest is no good anymore?
Yeah, put bunch
Hey, you know what though? Chicago's off the hook, dude.
No, Chicago's horrible. Bro.
Chicago, dude, they've been off the hook for a while. They just, dude,
It's a
they
good city to
really,
party in, man.
they're as bad as LA
Talking about
was
party.
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Time of
Yeah.
party, man.
You know, they might
Yeah,
even be
I
a
went,
little
woo.
worse.
Yes. Yeah. No,
You
they
know
are.
what I mean?
No,
They
right,
might be a little
right,
worse
right
over
now. Right, this is the reason at least my theory, why Chicago is worse. Chicago, the guns are much bigger, more accessible than they were in the 90s.
Well, not more accessible.
No.
More powerful.
No. More accessible. More accessible. Right now, if I wanted to, I had money. I load this whole thing up. Back then, hey, you got a strap. Hey, you kind of network something. Sometimes you have a plug to get strapped. So nowadays, these guys, instead of buying the Lolo, okay, this is the difference. Out here in LA, we'd have a nice car.
Mm-hmm.
We'd spend a little money on it. Over there, these guys just, look, I got my new strap. Instead of the new Lolo, they got the new strap. And just about every single homie back over here, not every single homie had a strap. I mean, only the guys that would use it. Over there,
Everybody else.
just about everybody in the hood has them. Everybody in the hood has them. They play around. I forgot what game they were playing around on Instagram, like the got you game, where they would come to their homies, got you.
Yeah.
And these would all, got, and they would all have straps.
But yeah, you even see video in New Year's Eve, and these fools are just letting stuff
I
on those
just know.
projects, man.
I just know, like, okay, back in my day, hey, I need a 38. All right, I'll bring one. Boom, give me $50. $50. So it was more, to me.
How
It was
many of
more
your homies?
accessible.
Okay,
Wait, it was more accessible.
You're with 20 homies. How many got straps? Honestly, don't tell me
Only
10.
took about
One-
6 or
Oh,
7.
no.
Not my man.
Dude,
Way.
Oh,
This is
we from
Let
the
me
same
tell you
neighborhood,
something.
homie.
I know we are.
Yeah,
We're
but-
not from the same generation.
Oh,
We're not from the
dude,
same
I was
generation.
from
dog.
92 to 98, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the 90s.
Yeah, but
bro,
they-
if there
they-
was 20 of us, maybe 1 or 2 would be strapped up.
Unless you're with your crew guys, you're gonna do something. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. That,
Yeah.
No, when we kicked
There was
it,
times that
listen,
I even
listen,
came to the
listen.
neighborhood
When
and I'd
we
be like,
kicked
hey,
it on
fool,
Elmwood-
I got a strap. I want to trade it up. Who has something bigger? Fuck, it was very rare that
Let me-
somebody
let
would
me
be
tell
like,
you something,
oh,
bro.
let me here, this was like, I don't know.
Tell
Let
me,
me
tell
tell
me,
you.
tell me,
This-
I
tell
even
me.
got into an
this-
argument.
got to
I
it.
even got into an
We
argument
would be in the
with
neighborhood,
Talk
right?
to this guy.
We would be in the neighborhood
Yeah.
party, and something would be popping off, right? Hey, you got a strap? You got a strap? No, I ain't got nothing. As soon as shit would jump off, pulling it out, like, what the? They didn't want you to know that they had something because then you would ask
Well,
to
no,
borrow
man,
from
that-
them.
that-
No. So I'm telling you.
Now
I'm
he's
telling
doing
you.
four fingers.
No.
Now he's doing four. He's all you can. All you can.
So when we were in the neighborhood, and this is the honest to God truth, we would be kicking in our dead end.
Okay.
There would be 6, 7 straps accessible right there.
Okay.
I don't know his generation. It was something different, but in Elmwood, when we kicked it, 6 or 7 straps at all times.
Oh, only when you were there.
No, all of
Sonny,
us.
this is.
He didn't kick it on Elmwood
Dude, I
like
was
we
a
did.
little kid.
You ain't even
Elmwood.
from
I
Elmwood,
wasn't even
fool.
from Elmwood.
You ain't even
Yeah.
you ain't even from. You're making the body look bad, homeboy. You're making the body. Listen, Dick. I would be in certain, even in my hood. Every blue moon, yeah, you pull up, you got about 3, 4, 5, 6 fools have a strap. But there was plenty of times where fools will come on and ain't nobody got a strap. Or you get one strap. And I've been in the hood
One person.
plenty of
No, I've
times.
had that happen too.
Okay, but you're making it seem like when you were, when Sonny was in the 80s, it was like everybody, you were Chirac before Chirac was Chirac.
Don, you're talking about 80 dudes in Elmwood in the dead end party. 6 or 7 straps is not a lot.
Okay. I got
You know
chased
what I
out.
mean?
I got chased out of Elmwood one time. We didn't go with no strap. I got
how
chased
many
out
guys
with
count?
no none. I got chased out with rocks, with baseballs. I mean, they throw all kind
But
of
then
shit. Hey,
again, your generation was different from mine.
this was early '90s, asshole. It was supposed to be the one that was cracking the most.
Yeah.
So what, your
I,
message?
you know what
were
I'm
already-
like, dude, there's no arguing with you guys. It's either it's your way or it's not. And I'm telling you, when we used to party in Elmwood, there'll be 80 of us.
Okay, I
And
remember
we're not all in
a
one. And we're
neighborhood
not in on one
from
section.
South Central came down and drove by, lit us the fuck up. There was at least 3 guns out of that car. You know how many people shot back? 1.
It happens.
And he shot back with the 357.
Hey.
Luckily, he was on the corner, but it sounded like everybody
and
was.
there'd be plenty of listen.
But there was
Sometimes
only one
in
of
the
us
hood,
shooting back.
sometimes in the hood, yeah, you're gonna have 6, maybe more straps. I would say the majority of the time, you don't got that many straps.
Mm-hmm.
You just really don't. I'm sorry, maybe from I started banging '89, so it must have been from '83 to '88 when you were banging, and then '89 they changed the game, homie. Because I've been to just about every single neighborhood, banged on them, and sometimes you caught them slipping.
Yeah,
They
sometimes
caught us
you did,
slipping.
yeah.
That's all. But those guys nowadays, I think they've been dehumanized or desensitized from TV, from movies, from video games, because these guys really think it's like we kind of thought it was exciting, and I mean, somewhat still do, I guess. But these guys see it more as a video game. I'm going, bah!
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fight this guy. Bah! I'm gonna kill this guy. And when they pull that trigger and are shooting this fool, I would say in our era, we knew where we were going. We knew, or not exactly, but we knew what comes behind this. We're gonna go maybe do life in prison. Maybe go fucking, we knew the consequences. A lot of these guys, and I see in Chicago, I'm sure it is, they get busted, and then they're crying the victim role. They're this and that. I'm like, nah, brother, this is what's coming to you. You're gonna go do life in prison. You're gonna destroy your life right now, brother. And I think these guys are too used to watching video games and playing everything that they're stuck in it. Oh, Sonny's upset.
I think it was
Yeah,
more
yeah, he's
Astro
quiet
back
now.
in the-
Yeah,
No,
Sonny-
there's no arguing with you guys. It's like, dude,
Okay,
I'm trying to tell you.
tell me.
Talk to us,
Tell
Sonny.
me.
Back in the day, we would sit there and argue with different cliques. So we got multiple cliques coming out, and everybody trying to show each other off. Everybody, there were people strapped. And it was just a part of the thing. On the weekend, on Saturday, everybody would come down to Elmwood and party.
Okay, but that's
It
on a
was just
Saturday,
like,
brother.
This is. I'm not saying all the time, But when we kicked it, we all kicked it on Elmwood.
Okay.
My generation kicked it on Elmwood. So that was our stronghold.
Well, his generation kicked it on Elmwood.
Yeah. No, his generation.
That's right. That's where I got chased out. I went there busting.
No, Elmwood was the spot. But I'm saying, when he came out, there was
Apparently not.
they were on Lake, they were on Verdugo, they were on Elm, they were in alleys. It was different spots.
Mr. Sonny,
Yeah.
did you?
See, like I said, there's no talking.
No, I'm asking you a question.
What?
Did you or did you not get busted in 1992?
Yeah.
And weren't you gone for the next almost 10 years, 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
So how in the hell do you know from 92 on who kicked it on Elmwood or not? The homie
Like I said, you're saying they're more accessible now, weapons.
Yeah, I think they are.
Okay.
I think
That's your opinion.
I think no.
That's your opinion
Okay.
because I'll tell you right now, back in their days, they were more accessible to us. They were $50, $25,
Okay.
get a strap.
Maybe
nice
this.
one.
Not there. Maybe they're more accessible because you could buy a strap. There is many more guns out there. There is much more. No, that's a lie.
You mean today?
Yeah, today.
I don't think so.
What are you talking
I
about?
really don't.
Oh, you can
You
do
think
the
those more
numbers.
guns
Now,
back then?
Chicago, this is excluding Chicago.
No, I'm talking about.
But if we're talking the streets
no,
over here,
no,
in
we're
United,
talking
we're talking in Los Angeles.
we were talking
they're not-
Chicago. We're talking America as a whole.
and maybe the fact that I just
As a
don't
whole?
know who has straps nowadays. Maybe that's the fact
listen,
that I'm older.
listen.
But they aren't as prevalent as they were, like back in my day.
Not in LA.
Chicago is totally different. I'm not even saying because
That's what we're talking about.
I see them guys in
The
Chicago.
whole conversation was about Chicago. And you
No,
brought it up.
because you brought it to me.
No, the whole conversation
You're
was
saying-
about Chicago, and I said
Right.
they got more accessibility to guns.
Well, no, you were saying everywhere, and it's not.
We were literally talking about Chicago.
No, but you said, how many of your homeboys kicked it with
Okay,
the strap?
Chicago has one of the strictest gun laws in the nation. What they do, and I've seen it, they go, these jackasses, I forgot if anybody could bring it up, the states around it, especially one state surrounding next to it, that's a straight redneck state, right? Shout out to all my rednecks. It's a redneck state that you go there and you can buy all kind of weapons at the warehouses when they have the gun shows. And over there at those gun shows, you don't need any ID. You don't need just
just like in
let me-
Nevada.
Nice. I seen this. I think it was on Vice News. The guy's like, "Hey, homie, let me get this." He goes and buys 9s for like $300. Let's say that the average handgun like $300, $500, $700 for some high-end guns. When he goes and takes it back to Chicago that next weekend, that $500 gun, $2,500. It's better than slanging dope.
Yeah, but see, you're talking about like that. See, that's the difference, and I think that's a mistake. Is okay. $25 for 38 snub nose. Okay.
Oh, that's
$50.
That's like a 1923, fool.
No, in the 80s,
$25.
in 90s,
$25 for
$25 for 38
Yeah, but
snub nose. Okay.
but
listen.
Oh shit.
Right. So they weren't brand new in no box like they are now. Okay. So you get a burnt gun. All right, $25, $50. That's what you pay. Versus now, if you go buy a ghost gun, it's $900, and it's a Glock 40. $900 in a box.
I don't know about $900.
And you're like, I'm like, okay, so you're telling me that the kids can afford a $900 Glock
in Chirac?
compared to $50.
Yeah,
But see, over there, they're slinging so much dope that $900 ain't nothing for them, so they can buy it. And it's just, I think the guns are more powerful now than they were back then. And these kids nowadays, especially in Chicago, just don't give them
They're
they just shot 15 people in a funeral.
No, they're like I said, it's desensitized. They've been seeing it so much. It would be like LA still having it, and we wouldn't have LAPD, and we wouldn't have a governor talking shit to us. We wouldn't have any kind of discipline. Hey guys, the reason I think LA came out so much was they came down hard on us, homie. They did. They came down hard as hell. They put injunctions. I want to say the reason a lot of like how I was saying about the N-word, right? That I brought that thing up.
Yeah.
I want to say a lot of that had to do, a lot of the, let's say, lost generation of Latinos happened like in the early 2000s to late 2000s because from the early 90s, they started slamming us down. They started breaking us out. And you lost a whole generation of raza out there, brother. Major.
When I'm telling you, back in the day, they started looking for straps in Elmwood. They got 140 some straps in 1 month, dude.
I don't believe
it. It was in the news. You
141 straps.
140 some straps.
I gotta look for this
in
news.
1 month.
I gotta look for this
They
news.
caught it, and they had a town meeting.
Are you sure it wasn't 14?
Huh?
141 straps.
140 straps. Dude,
I know
they
one
took
homeboy-
that from us. They took
No,
that
I know
from
one
us.
homeboy that got caught
And
with
those
7.
were-
It was his mom. She was transporting from one street to the other.
Right.
There was 7
And
straps.
that was just one shooting, too.
That was just, she got caught. They took her in. My homeboy went and turned himself in and said those were mine or whatever. They let her go. But 7.
Yeah, but I
But they
think,
got 140 straps in 1 month time period. And dude, we were running around like, hey, fool, you got a strap? No, fool, they got my, you know what I mean? It was like, because we had so many straps that were going, we had them on the streets and we're just getting caught with them. No one was getting caught. Everyone's calling them and,
so
dude, it sucked.
I think like the mayor of Chicago,
Oh, Chicago.
she does a disservice by not saying what the problem is. The problem is gangs.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is no guidance for these kids. The problem is no education for these kids, and that's what they are. Like I said, children that do not get educated will make uneducated decisions, brother. And the uneducated decisions will become into straight regular life as they get older. And that's when you start going to prison. You start living that whole lifestyle. And these people in politics refuse to sometimes say, "Hey, dude, we have a problem.
Do you
we need
think
to fix
maybe
this."
that is by design?
Yes. No, absolutely.
Because
Yeah, to a
the,
point,
the
yes.
simple thing, look at,
Yes.
you have a administration from one party, you have the administration from Chicago on
Yeah.
another party. This one doesn't want to admit this one's wrong. So they sit there and no, nothing's wrong. Sweeping under the cover. Sweeping under the cover. And this one's pointing out, but this one at the same time
Yeah,
is not
yeah,
showing it out
yes,
that bad.
yes,
you're
yes,
making
yes,
it up.
yes.
So
It's a hustle.
it's
brother.
like to them, it's
It's
like
a hustle.
all it is numbers to them. It
It's
doesn't
yes,
really matter.
it's a hustle,
it doesn't matter.
brother.
It don't matter.
It's what
They
it
don't
is.
care if anybody gets killed.
Republican and Democrat is Spectrum or DirecTV. Which one are you gonna pick?
Yeah.
Every month, every year or so, you're gonna change it because I'm tired of this. I'm going over there. But there's no in between to pick from. And right now, I look back. I'm looking at the Democratic convention. Next week's the Republican convention, and I'm looking back at all these people. And I see like legs that move out of Democrats. They go to the Republicans. There's I think black set movement. The same thing. They're going over the Republican Party. I see the Democrats calling the black Republicans and the black Democrats you sell out this and that. And all the while I'm looking at it and I'm like, all you guys are doing is fighting for which white man's gonna run your country. We as colored people need to get off that train of trying to see what white man. The white man's gonna be the one that's gonna run our country. Oh, Biden's gonna help us. Trump, that's still a white man. Get the hell off that tip. Get off those that same old political move machine. Get off that machine. Let's make our own machine. We got the numbers, we got the power as minorities, but no, we're too busy fighting for what white man's gonna keep us down. The Democratic Party, they'll make you lazy, homie. All they're gonna do, give you welfare, give you this. Why? Stay there, boy. Here's your money. Here's your money. Has any town, any neighborhood that Democrats have run got better for us? No. The Republican Party just cares about money. We're nothing to them. Brown and black people, we're nothing to them, brother. And we keep on picking these people. And they're garbage.
I don't understand how you can say that like the Democrats.
Yes.
This is an example. This is a Democratic state.
Yes.
And this state has gotten better. So you're going to tell me that this state hasn't
This state has gotten better?
Yes.
Have you looked around my neighborhood? How many tents I got? How many homeless? How many dope people I
That's
got?
under Trump.
No.
Under
How
Trump's
you
administration,
Get
dog.
the fuck out of here. How you gonna sit there saying Trump administration? Every single Democratic ran state, county. Chicago has been Democratic for 50-something years. The murder rate's still wrong. Why?
Let me
Because
ask you
mijo, you can't kill. No, dude, no.
Let me ask you something.
They're both white guys who just want to get elected and get money. After get elected, they're gone, homie. They
Before
don't care about
Trump
us.
came into office, what was the crime level over here, California? Especially in Los Angeles.
California crime level has zero to do with federal law. California is their own country. They make their own laws.
That's your question. That is the question.
I'm sure it
Has
was.
the crime level
So what
gone
is it?
down?
Since you're asking a question, you gotta know what it
Since
is.
the crime level has gone down. Since
The crime level has gone up in California because and I may be wrong, 154, B this, B that, release early, no probation, no
Yes, it's
no
starting to go
felonies.
back up. Yes,
Hey,
I know
if
that.
you don't steal something under $1,000, you get. Dude, there's so many laws they've made people to break the law that it's getting worse. It has nothing to do with the
Right.
federal government, brother.
But we're talking before Trump came into office, the state of California was doing better. There was less crime.
Nah, what are you
It was more prosperous. We're one of the richest states
we're still,
in the United
we're still,
States.
But
And this is run under Democratic Party. So you're gonna tell me that just because Democrats, here's it's free. It hasn't been like that here in California.
It's always been like that in California.
No,
What's
it
wrong with
hasn't.
you, player? What's wrong with
No,
you?
it
And at the
hasn't.
same time, that these same Democratic guys that say they love you, what are they doing? They're kicking you out of your town. They're kicking you out of your city. They're giving permits to rich developers that are just like Donald Trump, dirtbags. They're giving these guys permits to build homes where your daughter will not be able to live in East LA unless you give her a home. It'll be too expensive for her.
Bullshit.
Like that.
She'll go to school.
No, yeah, okay, we'll see, homeboy. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, they're making it.
Dude, we have made strides here in California. Since the 80s and since the 70s and we have made dramatic strides.
Yeah.
The communities have gotten better. The crime has gone down. We're not in the red anymore.
We are in the red. We're $2 billion in the red.
right now.
Oh, right
Because
now.
it's
Right
everything
now.
under. But we're talking about before this pandemic and before Trump and all that. We were actually making progressions here in California.
And what are they trying to do right now?
And now we're under running the Democrats. Don't just say every Democrat is like Chicago.
No.
Not.
Every Democratic. Okay, right now, right here, they gave up the fight of homelessness. Go to any. I live right here, brother. I live in the heart of it. You see a bunch of toilets. You see water places. I was like, wait a minute. They got porta potties next to the homeless guys.
Yeah.
That means you gave up the fight. And but what happens is all these Democrats that run the state and country, they don't live in my hood. They don't live in your hood. They live in some rich, nice areas, and they keep pushing this BS on you, telling you vote for me. That's just another white man that wants to run your thing, but the white man ain't gonna live next to you, homeboy. He's gonna live somewhere else up in the hills,
I understand that.
and that's the problem.
I understand
The problem
that.
is, at the end of the day, right now, what are we fighting for? We're fighting for two white men, homie.
You're
You're gonna go
only
Biden, you're
seeing-
gonna go Trump.
Yeah.
You're only seeing the bad part of things.
What?
You're
No.
only looking at the bad part. Like you talk about, it's under Democratic. It's under Democratic. Yes, you look at Chicago, you look at Los Angeles, it's a whole different
No,
argument.
listen.
And they're both Democrats.
Listen.
So it can go either way.
Seattle is a shithole now. San Francisco, it's a shithole now. Chicago, those hoods, it's a shit. Why? Because they don't have the huevos to sit there and say we need to do something. And the sad part is they have the power. The Republicans, I don't even try to get them because the Republicans are just trying to get rich, brother. And the people that go to that party, they don't want you either. They don't want you either. They're about the super elite rich, homeboy.
Yes, I
That's
know
exactly
this.
what they are. But at the end of the day, both parties are just ran by rich white men, homie. And we're literally fighting this country right now as raza, as black men, to figure out which rich white man's gonna make everything better, brother. And they're not gonna make anything better. It's up to us to make shit better in this country, brother.
Yeah, but
to our
the
people.
war ain't between us and whites or us and blacks right now. The war's between the whites and the whites and the whites and the
No,
blacks.
it's always been between the whites and the whites. The only thing is we vote for which white they're gonna fight with. It's always been between the whites. It's time for us to get in there, brother.
I just seen a change in California. I've seen it get better. And before all this pandemic, before Trump came into office, before all this shit started to get rattled, I actually think California was on the right track and it was doing good and it was under Democratic Party. So I don't understand
Still
how
in
you're
the
going to say
Democratic
that.
Party. We
The-
still
Hey,
I
are.
know it is.
Hey,
But you,
Trump has no say
Hey,
so
all
about
these-
California.
yeah, all these-
Trump got some say so on everything.
Yeah, not in
No,
California,
not in
brother. Not in
California.
California,
California hates
homie.
him so much
No.
that they don't let him
California's
say
gangster,
anything.
That's just
homeboy.
your
This is
way of
all
saying.
Democratic.
It's the truth.
No, this
True.
is just your way of saying that all this COVID, the economy, the loss of jobs, all this has nothing to do with Trump.
Has to do with the COVID.
Yeah,
Has to do with the COVID. Come on.
Yes.
Don't point at me, son.
Right. It does have to do with
That's what I'm
COVID.
talking.
But,
My mama said don't listen to everything till after the but.
right, okay.
But
The COVID is the centerpiece for everything that went wrong with Trump.
okay.
For everything that Trump did wrong started with the COVID.
Oh, so you sound like one of those Jesus preachers. Hallelujah! We got the COVID because Donald Trump came in here and he's a horrible president. That's why God gave us a COVID. So that's what you're telling me. God gave us a COVID because Donald Trump is a dirtbag.
Dude, have you seen Trump's ads?
No.
Okay, he got ads showing people pulling down statues, cities burning down,
Yeah.
just chaos. All those pictures are taken from now under his watch. So you can't blame Democrats for everything. And
I'm not
Trump,
blaming them for everything.
Trump made a big mistake. No, Trump made a big mistake with COVID, and we paid for it.
Listen.
Our economy, our
He's been trying to
jobs.
open the economy back.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Well, no,
What?
see, that's the thing. Screw both parties. Screw,
I know
Screw
screw
Donald
both
Trump's
parties.
party. Screw the Republicans.
But you can't-
Screw the Democrats. Right now. You're literally fighting for a white man. Huh?
No,
Yes, you're fighting for a white man. You're fighting for Joe Biden
You're
right
just
now.
going anti-white, period.
No, right now
You're going anti-white, period.
Anti-rich white elite.
Don't
And
point
that's
at
what
me.
and that's what they are. They're rich. They're rich white guys. And when I say us, it's all of us down here, brother. We could be brown, black, yellow. It don't matter. Even white. But those guys, we've been fighting for the same rich white guys for centuries, brother. For centuries, and we continue to do it. And what happens? You get the psycho, they get elected, the problems don't go away. Because why? There's money in the problems. There is no money in the cure, homeboy.
Yeah, but see, your ideals are all Democrats are saying, and all Republicans are saying that they're not.
Yeah, you know why they
There's
are?
different degrees of Republicans and Democrats.
But you know why they are?
Why?
Because they're all cowards and they all fall in line. When Donald Trump came to try to be
Stop pointing at me!
when Donald Trump, damn it, came to be the president, the Republicans hated his guts.
Right.
This guy had an affair with a Playboy model. He had an affair with a porn star. Had his lawyer pay him off. Trump did all kind of dirtbag things that developers do. He's a dirtbag developer. But after he got elected, all these Republicans that hate his guts, big homie,
I know.
big homie. They all broke it down. Democrats are the same way. They all fall in line. Well, you know what? I'm tired of falling in line. I'm jumping down and saying, screw both of you. What? And that's what we need to do. We need to stop falling in line. We keep falling
Nobody's
in
saying
line.
that
homeboy.
we're not.
You're falling in line.
No, I'm not
You're
falling in
falling in
line.
line.
Finger.
If you ain't voting for Kanye, you're falling in line. You're
Can't
falling
win
in line,
with these
homeboy.
motherfuckers today. Dude, it's just, you know what? I just see there are Democrats that help. There are Republicans that help. There's different degrees of Republicans and Democrats. I see California progress. Yes, in the last couple of years, it's gone down, and then that's because I think direct result of
This is,
Trump.
you know what I'm afraid of in California?
Me.
No, I'm afraid of Southern California becoming San Francisco. That's what I think of when I think of these progressive liberal guys. They think the drug guys, no, we need to hug them. We need to hug them and love them. The guys that are breaking the law, no, we need to hug them and love them. But all the time, like I said, all these politicians, all these elite movie stars, singers, rappers that sit there and talk crap about people being mean to this. Come back and live in the hood, homie.
Yeah,
I invite all of them. Come
They
back
left and
and
they
buy
forgot.
property in the hood and live in the hood.
Okay,
From the
you-
hill, it's easy to sit there and say that. But no,
Yeah.
this is going to be a shit city like Frisco if we don't do something about it. But at the same time, I'm not saying get a Republican in here. Screw both them guys, dude. Get one of
I
us in there.
understand that, but I'm telling you,
You ain't telling me nothing, son.
no, there's different degrees. You can look at what's that, Harris? Kamala Harris?
Yeah, Kamala Harris, yes.
Okay.
The VP.
She was a prosecutor,
Yes, she was.
attorney general.
Yes.
She worked for the DA's office.
Yes.
That's not stopping somebody's hands. Those bitches are mean.
Okay,
Those
first,
bitches
you
are
can't say
saying-
those beats.
That ain't snapping hands, dog. That ain't snapping
Okay,
hands. Those
okay,
bitches
okay.
are mean. Them motherfuckers from the DA
Hey,
office,
hey,
they want to like you, but they give a fuck why.
But let me tell you right now, you're going to make my point right now. I'm going to tell you to get in line, okay? Kamala Harris, first and foremost,
She don't know what race she is.
no. First and foremost, she's a extremely intelligent woman. And if any parent, any sibling would be proud as hell to have her run for VP. Dude, come on. If that was your family member, you'd be like, oh my God, my sister-in-law's
I
VP.
wouldn't.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So stop hating. So anyway,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris, first off, all the props to her. But, like I said, they all fall in line. She was on stage with Joe Biden about a year ago.
Talking shit about
No,
him.
no, not just talking shit about him. Pretty much saying that she believes the women that are accusing Joe Biden of rape. So all of a sudden, 1 year ago, you thought this guy was a rapist.
Yeah.
Stop pointing.
But now this guy is running for president. He's bringing you on the ticket. Well, you're not that much of a rapist, homie.
Yeah.
I understand
You don't
that.
touch
No,
little
there
girls.
you go.
I understand that.
And that's how politics has been working over and over again, brother. And that needs to stop, man.
Yeah,
and
but you're, like
they
I
need
said,
to be, they need to be
You're
exposed for their hypocrisy.
painting all the Democrats and Republicans the same, and they're not.
They are.
They're
You know what?
not.
They're all rich white people.
She's
all-
not white.
Look
know
at her
what she
husband,
is.
homeboy. She lives a
She-
white life,
No,
homeboy.
no, her husband's
sorry
white.
to tell
She's
you.
not white.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, listen. Both Republican and Democrats
Obama's not white.
are nothing but rich white people, homeboy. And you
Obama's
guys just
rich.
haven't figured out. Obama's rich as hell.
I know. And he's
But
not white.
hey, his wife came out there and was talking about kids in cages and how we need to stop. I'm like, wait a minute. Wasn't your husband the one
Yeah,
that put
the
him in here?
Messiah.
Yeah.
It's that's the hypocrisy. That's the hypocrisy that we need to call him out on, bro. But we don't. Why? Because we're too busy fighting for which white man's gonna run our country, homeboy.
Yep.
That's what you want. I don't. Why isn't the talk Hey, when is a Latino going to get in office? Not even a clue, brother.
Yeah.
Not even a clue. Not even. It's not even thought of in our world, and that's wrong. That means there's not even.
I understand that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Believe it or not,
just don't. I just my eyes are open a little bit more than I think you were, because you have an opinion about what you're stereotyping one individual for everybody.
I'm not stereotyping nothing, brother.
And that's the problem.
Sonny.
That's the problem with racism.
Sonny.
That's what people do, is they stereotype. They
If-
see
if-
one person and they stereotype that one person
If anything,
to match
my
all
eyes
races.
my eyes have been open. Triple on this. You're an older guy.
Why do you keep saying that? Stop pointing at me.
Hey, when did racism really start going away? When you were a kid, were there signs in Burbank saying you couldn't go in there because you were a spick? Or pretty much they told you?
Right.
Yes or
Pretty
no?
much, yeah, I was
So
told.
as a kid, you had white men literally telling you, fool, as a kid. So this racist stuff isn't
Never
something that
went away. It's not
happened
new.
200 years ago. This the stuff that really happened.
It happened.
The racist stuff kind of really just started fizzling away, and it couldn't be accepted 10, 15 years ago, brother. And 10, 15 years ago, that means all before that, the same Democrats were running the show. The same Republicans were running the show. And they all knew what it was, brother. And it was the same racism going on back then that it is now. The only thing is, we're more hip to the game. But again,
If there was
we're-
so racist about it, there would be no black Republicans or Democrats, no black president.
Nah.
There would just be
okay,
whites
okay. Let me tell you
running, and
this.
it's
Let me
not just whites,
Let me tell you
dog.
this. Hey,
What?
is there black homies? Black homies?
From a Hispanic?
No, just is there black homies and Hispanic gangs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, is there homies that look at them and look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why? Because they're racist, but they're still black homies. Only because the black congressman don't mean the rest of the white guys don't gonna. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but you can't say that.
What do you mean I
because
can't
you're
say
not
that?
voting.
What do you mean I can't
Dude,
say that?
you didn't have half a country vote for Obama.
Oh, that doesn't matter. That
Oh,
doesn't
it does
That
matter.
doesn't But there's still people. You don't think for 1 minute when Obama got in office that a lot of those guys said, "This boy don't need to be here."
Of course.
That's
I never
racist.
said it wasn't.
No, you just said that. No, you got to let.
Not everybody was like
Well, I
that.
didn't say everybody.
That's
but-
what I'm telling you. I'm explaining to you. You talk about Republicans are here, Democrats are here. You look at them and they're all the same. They're all the same, and they're not.
No,
They're not,
When
dog.
it comes down to it, they're not here to help our people, homie. They're here to get elected.
Some people are out there-
They're here to put money in their pockets. At the end of the day, they all take money from every big company. They're all bamboozlers.
Not
fool.
all of them are like
yeah,
that, dog.
yeah. They all. It's like this. You know what they're like? They're like the LAPD. They go in there in a crash unit. I'm gonna change the streets. And little by little, they start becoming corrupt.
Right,
Yeah.
I understand.
They're
that.
like-
But
they're
not
like-
all cops are like that either.
Yeah, exactly. But they all fall in line though.
They got a good chunk of them.
Yeah,
I'm not
but-
denying
okay,
that.
okay.
They got a good chunk, but they're not all
Okay,
people.
why
like
did
that.
Kamala Harris, with all her morals and values, after accusing a man of being a rapist, go and run on the same ticket as him? Because they
Because she
fall in
believes-
line.
yeah.
Because they fall in
No,
line for
because
the
she wants to be
power
vice
and the money,
president.
brother. They
Yeah.
fall in
Figure
line
she
for the
gonna-
money. And the same thing for the Republicans. They all fell in line with
Yeah,
Trump.
but
They knew
when
he was
we're
a
talking,
dirtbag.
we're not talking about falling. We're talking about you said that Democrats who just want to give you free things, slap your hand,
Yep.
and give you a kiss. Don't worry about a meal.
Yep, they do.
Kamala Harris, it was a prosecutor. She wasn't slapping your hand. That bitch was trying to lock you the fuck
The
up.
funny thing is now Kamala Harris is having to defend herself because right now it's not cool to be a prosecutor. She's having to defend herself.
Yeah,
and act
because
like she's not.
you know how corrupt they are. They're just worried about their conviction rates. So you're telling me that the Democrats only do this, but she did something completely different. She did what you would
yeah,
look at as
she'll fall in
Republican as
line.
doing.
She locked up a lot of people for marijuana. A lot of people
Right.
for marijuana. But at the same time, she fell in line. She fell in line with the rapists. Alleged rapists. She fell in line after she accused the guy of being a rapist.
Did Biden do something to you? Is that why you call him a rapist?
I didn't want to say it in the air.
Yeah,
but
fuck.
Okay, that's why.
Biden groped me, fool.
Oh, he broke it.
Biden groped me, fool. I'm saying it right
Hey,
here.
little boy.
Right here.
This is an exclusive on American
Yeah.
Solo.
I was in the jet plane going to the island.
He punked your brown eye.
Biden was on one end. Bill Clinton was the other.
Oh,
Trump was on the other, and Weinstein was giving him a back rub, brother. And it just felt so good I let it happen.
This is an exclusive on American Solo.
Fuck it.
No, I'm just trying to say
shit.
there's degrees of Republicans and Democrats. Some people go with the good intentions of trying to do things right and make things better, and
This-
they get caught up.
This is a good
And then
Republican.
there's other ones
This
that
is a good
don't.
Republican. John Kasich, the old governor of Ohio. He came out Democratic convention and spoke against Trump, but he's always spoke against Trump. And when he spoke against Trump, he kept it. In other words, I'm banging this fool. I'm not stopping.
Who was that?
John Kasich.
And he's still in office?
No, he just got out. But
How long ago?
Maybe a year or two.
Okay.
He was
Well,
at,
he was
at the DMC. He did this video, and he said, "I'm a Republican, but pretty much saying Donald Trump is a dirtbag that's breaking every single law. I'm voting for Biden." With that, man, I can respect him because he's going against party lines to know what's right and wrong. The rest of the Republicans, they fell in line, brother.
There was only one Republican that didn't fall in line.
Who?
Romney.
Oh yeah, Ron.
He was the only one.
Hey, Ronnie's a
He did
robot.
on the Republican.
No.
On
Hey,
the
no.
Republican side.
He fell in line for a minute. For a minute, he took a job with the Trump administration.
Well, because it was a Republican. No, but
Again,
when
I'm
they
gonna
went
work
to
for
impeach,
I'm gonna go work for the rapists
when they
again.
went to
yeah.
the impeach, what did he do?
No, he stepped up.
He's the
No,
only
he
one that
stepped up.
stepped
He
up.
stepped- but-
So they're not all the
Okay,
same
but that's
now.
one out of how many hundreds?
I don't know how many hundreds they
There's
got.
like
But I'm just telling you,
almost
there's
200 to
different
300
degrees of
in the
people.
Congress and
There's
50 in the
different
Senate.
degrees of people. There's different degrees
Yeah,
of
but the
Republicans
majority
and
of them, the majority of them are chumps, and they break it down to whoever is in power, brother, and that's wrong. If you have your morals, you have your values, you stick to them. You don't sit there. And this,
No,
and this to Republicans, and I
I
bring it
can
up a
agree with
lot.
that.
They sit there and get upset. If you had any morals and values, and you guys are supposed to be the party of God, the party of religion, the party of this, you sold your soul to the devil to get what you want. You wanted harder immigration laws? No problem. You
That's
sold your
what
soul to the devil.
Christianity's
You-
doing right now.
no, you wanted,
What with
you wanted
the
all this kind of stuff.
Christian-
They did, but they sold their soul to the devil when they,
Yeah,
went,
they
when,
did.
when they went to Trump. Straight up,
Because
they
he
did.
doesn't show any of the moral values
There's no
that,
morals
that
and values,
they
that guy.
have.
No.
That the Christians are asking. He goes against every moral. But they still support him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is wrong. There is things, but things have changed a lot. And things are changing slowly, but surely they're changing.
Okay, let me ask you this. What Democratic leader spoke up against burning places down, destroying places, looting, all that? Which one?
I don't know.
Zero. Zero. That tells me they're cowards.
Well, that's ones you haven't heard. You don't know if there's ones that spoke out.
Well, I'm waiting for Garcetti. I'm waiting for our governor. I'm waiting for Chicago.
I'll tell you right now. What is deciding the factor of who's going to be president this year
Yeah.
is BLM and Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Those are going to decide. Because right now, BLM is so far on the other side that they are pushing people that were in the middle towards the Republicans.
Right.
Because they don't like what they're doing. It's like they're making it a choice. Either you're with us,
No,
we're the
come
BLM, or you're with the Trump supporters.
I'm gonna come my wife.
There's
so
no
turn the
in
AC
between.
on. I'm hot over here. I'm hot.
There's no in between. You know what I mean? And that's what we come into fact where we can say, hey, we are in between. Because there's things that the Republicans are pushing that I agree with, and there's stuff that the Democrats are pushing I agree with. But I don't agree with either one on the person. On the majority of the stuff, I agree with Biden before I do Trump. Because I know in the end, this was all Trump's fault, what's happening. With the
Everything.
economy, with
Everything.
employment, all this is because he messed up
Can
when
you
it came
crank
to
the
the
AC
COVID.
up where me and Sonny are back are like two fat chickens? Yeah, I feel that. My wife's roasting us. Bye.
What did we do?
I don't know. I'm over there. See, there when I see the lights.
I didn't bring her
Man,
flowers.
we're back.
See, I knew I should have brought her something.
She probably wants to take it off. Take it off.
I knew I should have brought her something.
Listen, bro. They're both dirtbags, homie. Stop fighting for the white man, homie.
I'm
That's
not
what
fighting
you're
for
doing.
no white man.
Yeah, you're fighting for a white leader, homie.
No, you are.
No, I say screw them both. I've been saying screw them both. Homie. Screw
You
them
gonna
both.
tell me Keanu West?
Kanye West?
Kanye West? He's white.
He's not white.
He's white.
He's not white, fool.
He's white.
No, he's not
He's
white.
playing blackface.
No, what? No, I'll tell you, I
He's playing blackface.
I can prove Kanye's blacker than black, homeboy.
How?
Look at his wife, homeboy. She's been with every black man in the city, homeboy. Come on, carnal. Kim Kardashian, carnal.
There you
Kim
go.
Kardashian only
Yeah,
go with black
yeah.
men that got money and power,
That's
homeboy.
it.
So yeah, I'm voting for the black man. I voted
Yeah.
for Kanye, homeboy. There you go, carnal. Traffic, dude. Oh man, traffic. You know what I hate about traffic? I hate going on the freeway.
There's traffic.
No, that's one thing I think about the COVID. I go down the freeway, I'm on the fast lane, and I got some jackass in front of me.
Going 55.
No, 65, I think the speed limit now, going 65, and I'm like, I don't tell you. But I'm like, these people are going past him, and I'm like, bro, don't you get the hint? Like, move. And no, they're like, my tia used to do this. Well, that was when I was 55. We're driving like, hey, get off the fast lane, dude. No, I'm going the speed limit. I'm going the max. No, this is literally called the fast lane, homeboy. I had to put that out there. I had to accommodate.
That is the speed limit.
You know, there's so much traffic in LA that you never hit 55
No, you're
or
one of
65.
those. You're one of those.
No, I don't do it, but I'm saying that is the speed limit.
That the unwritten rule, and everybody knows it is. That's the fact. Even the cops know you're gonna go 10 miles over that lane.
Yeah.
You are not. Look at.
Or
There is
Oh,
a
my
misconception about stuff like that.
What's the misconception?
Okay. When you're changing lanes, a lot of times you'll speed up to change your lane.
Some people slow the
Hey.
fuck down.
Yeah, some idiots. You get
Majority of people will speed
no,
up.
they'll speed up when they see your
Okay.
blinker come on.
Yeah.
That's when they speed up. I'm like, check it. I'm trying to get in here.
Yeah.
I know somebody actually went to court and said, I just sped up 5 miles an hour so I could get into the lane.
Yeah.
The cop goes, what was the speed limit? Well, the judge told him what was the speed limit. He goes, 65, but I went 70 so I get into the lane because the guy went to me.
Right.
He goes, the speed limit's 65. That's it.
No.
That's one thing about the law. It's black and white. There's no in between.
No, there isn't in
nothing. There is
between.
no fact.
There
Yes,
is.
it's a fact
Listen,
thing.
the fact is that even the Constitution is a living, breathing thing that changes. Laws change. If that was the case from day one, we would have been free. There would have been no slaves. The laws change.
Listen, look at even truck drivers. There's the truck lane, there's a hammer lane, then there's the 2 fast lanes.
The fast lanes. That's the one you're
That's
talking
exactly.
about. Why do they call them the fast lanes?
Because on the truck lane,
Yeah.
in the hammer lane,
Yeah.
is the speed limit's 55.
Okay, the fast
Because
lane.
of trucks,
Yeah.
65.
No, it's a fast lane.
No, 65.
Okay, listen. If you're that asshole in front of me, get out of the way.
I am
homeboy.
gonna
Yeah,
be
he's-
the asshole now.
He is
I
the
am gonna be the asshole now.
He's that grandpa. I'm going 66. I'm going 1 over the fucking speed limit. This
No,
dirtbag,
the law is the
homeboy.
law.
I don't even
dog.
think people know how to
65.
drive in LA when it rains. Oh man.
Yeah, we don't.
People, and there's so much traffic in LA that people don't even go 65. So when the freeway is empty, like during COVID, people don't know how to drive.
No,
Do you know if you were to go, say there's traffic, right?
Yeah,
And you're in the slow lane and you're getting an exit. You're exiting the freeway
yeah.
and you hit 55, right? But this traffic stopped because of traffic.
Yeah.
But you got to open 55. You'll get a ticket.
Yeah, of
for
course.
speeding.
Yeah, you will.
Because even though the speed lit is,
It's what
is-
the question I ask you. What's the speed limit? 55 or what's safe for the time? This and that.
Yes.
Yeah, well, but if the freeway is going 75, 85, and you jump in there just to be a dirtbag at 65.
No, I'm not saying that we're going to be cool with it.
Well-
but that's the law.
I've actually seen on one of those cop shows that they pull somebody over for going too slow.
Oh yeah, they will stop somebody from going too because you're endangering the rest of the
Well,
people.
if you're going 65 and everybody's going 75, 85, get out of the way.
Yeah, but it's
Okay,
the law.
anybody, get out
It's
of the
the
way.
law.
Get out of the way.
It's the law.
Okay,
though.
if it's the law, then we can't have paleteros out there selling fruit. People
What
get
does
the.
that have to do
It's
with
the
the
law.
freeway?
No, in other words, I'm telling you, the laws are. We
I don't
ban
know
them,
if
this
you've
and
been
that,
in
homeboy.
East LA when I seen the cops confiscate the guy, the Lotero's money
Yeah.
and their car.
Oh, I've seen it here. Not
Because
the money.
it's
Not the money.
illegal.
That's no, but that's wrong.
But it's different. Yes, it's
But
wrong.
to me,
That
it's
doesn't
morally
make it
wrong.
right.
But
It
it's the
doesn't
law.
make it right. Yes.
But it's the law.
But it's the
That
law.
means
But
the-
it's not right.
It's not right. It's not right.
Right.
Those guys.
But it's the same thing with the freeway. It's the speed limit is 65 and that's it.
Listen.
You're not supposed to go 66, 67. The speed limit is supposed to be 65 and that's it, the max.
I go 80, right?
Right.
Because it's straight up. So I'm like, fuck. I don't care how slow, fast.
Oh, this motherfucker be hauling ass.
Guy right here, he's constantly scared. Why are you going so fast? Why are you in a hurry? It's like,
Oh,
what
he's
the
an
fuck,
old man. He's an old
homie?
man.
Dude, he's
No, I
old,
told
bro.
this dude.
He's an old man.
No, one day normally it was cool, but I told you for some reason that day everything felt like it was super fast. It was bugging the fuck out of everything, dude.
No, anytime I drive, this dude's fucking scared.
Okay, we got Super Arizona said, "Are you scared to mention Flex? Because he called you out on Twitter."
Who's Flex?
You
I
guys
don't have Twitter.
You guys have Twitter?
No.
I don't have a Twitter.
I don't know who
so
Flex is.
I have a
Flex.
Twitter I haven't even looked at in years.
Tariq Nasheed. Who is Tariq Nasheed? Oh, boy. Let me see.
What was he talking about, Flex?
I don't know, brother. I don't
I
know.
don't have Twitter.
don't
I have
know.
Twitter, but I haven't had it used in years.
Who is Tariq
It's not
Nasheed?
even active, I don't think. I don't even think it's
According to
active.
Wikipedia, Tariq al-Nasheed, also known as Tariq Ali, King Flex, and K-Flex, is an American film producer and author.
I guess it's probably the same guy, Flex.
Then you talk about you, Drew, you, right?
I don't have. I don't know who the hell Flex is.
Is
brother.
he even on the right channel?
I don't know. He gave a $5 super chat, so I appreciate that.
Hey, thank you.
But I don't know what it is, brother. But yeah, they gave Eva Longoria a little spot at the Democratic convention, but to me we're 80% of the population. Why don't we have 80% of Congress? Why don't we have 80% of the Senate? Why isn't us as Latinos even looking to even have the idea of having a Latino president?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because people like you, homeboy.
No, not me.
People like you.
If anybody is like you, because you
Let-
think they're all the same.
Let me tell you something.
It's like they think
One-
we're
hey,
all the same.
one-
You're brown.
hey,
You're a gang
hey,
member.
hey, one
That's
thing-
the way they
one-
think, and you look at the white people like that.
One,
You're
one-
white.
one
You're
thing,
a fucking.
One thing I know
thief.
for a fact, you say it's pretty much BLM and whoever else and the Trump supporters who's gonna decide who the president is. It's not, brother. It's us. But the thing is, put it this way: if we were to
BLM's
no.
influence is actually
again, if we as Latinos were to have enough organization and say, you know what, 80% of us are voting to the right, 80% of us are voting to the left. Guess who runs? Guess who's picking the president?
right.
We are.
Right.
In minorities, if we got the whole minority group, the left, we would be the one. The whites are already going to vote the way they're going to vote. We can actually, but the thing is, we don't get involved.
The reason I
we
say
don't want to do jury duty.
The
Yeah,
reason-
and that's
the reason
problem.
I
That's what it
say
is, yeah.
BLM or the
People
Trump
don't vote registered. They
is
don't want to do
because
jury duty.
BLM, what they're doing right now is turning off the voters to being voting for Biden, because they're making it seem like either you're with BLM and you're voting for Biden, or you're voting for Trump.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what they're
Pretty
pushing for.
much.
That's why I say they're
No,
the ones
but the reality of it is,
in the reality we have a choice.
we as Latinos, we do have a
We have a
choice. But the
choice.
problem is, we don't think we have a choice, so we just keep checking.
Yeah,
out the same
because
box.
we just keep
Yeah.
on seeing that, and we think people start mentally thinking,
Because
I ain't got no choice.
Because
to
they're
vote.
gonna take care of us. They're gonna do this, but at the end, listen. All these social programs and all that, they're great to help you kickstart your life.
Right.
Welfare, EBT, this, but nowadays, no man, these fools live by it, man. I'm coming off Magnolia Chandler over here, off of where the Metro's at, North Hollywood.
Yeah.
I see this vato over there, all fucking gangstered out, sitting down in his chair. What's he got behind him? A tent, homeboy. Swears he's living larger than a mother, homeboy. Oh, come on, homie. Got about two black guys next to him. You can tell they're all gang members. fool.
You got
And
a
they
2-bedroom
think-
tent or what?
Yeah, they think they gangster as hell. Why? They got the EBT. The cops don't tell them to move anymore. Are you telling me in the 80s and 90s you could be out in the hood with a tent and just
Oh,
sit there?
hell no.
Hey, you're gonna get beat down,
Oh,
homeboy.
yeah.
Your tent's gonna get broken, and
Yeah,
that's the
but see,
problem.
But then again, the Democrats are the ones that put a term limit on that shit.
On what? On tents?
On welfare, on EBT and all that shit.
They
They
put a
put a
term?
term limit. There's a term
I
There
don't
limit.
should be a term limit
No,
on
I,
it.
There
I,
is.
no, I think
5 years.
I think,
Yeah.
no.
Lifetime.
No.
So in your lifetime,
No.
you can be on that for 5
Don't
years,
believe it.
and then you can't
Don't believe it.
get on it no
Don't believe
more.
it. Don't believe it.
That was done by Obama.
I want to say.
That was done by
I
Obama.
want to say it
He
started,
sits there and-
with Bill Clinton, but I think it started with Bill Clinton. But it wasn't. It was. They did certain terms for things. But if you have a kid, you got money. From
Starts
it. It's not
over.
5 years. No.
It's a
Then
5
you-
years.
hey. Then you have
There's
another
a trick.
kid. That's
See, you're
another
wrong
kid.
about that. This is the thing. You got 5 years,
Yeah.
right? Say he has a kid,
Okay.
5 years.
Okay.
If he has another one later, another 5 years.
Well, there you go. So you're
That's
talking
the
about.
difference. But
What's the
there's
difference?
people, no, there's people that been on welfare, like my mother,
Yeah.
from the time I was born to the time I turned 18.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Did
So that was an 18-year
And then-
of her
and did
getting
that help?
welfare. No, hell no, it didn't help.
Well, that's why I say again. For
But
all
it-
these majority
but it's-
years,
it's a
both
Democrat-
parties have not been trying to help you. They've been having you hooked on whatever dope they got, and the dope was, I'll give you this for free, or make yourself better, this and that.
All for your vote.
It's
Are
it's
you a
all for your
drug
vote.
addict?
Huh?
Are you a drug addict?
Am I a drug addict? Yeah, just not
What are you
there.
talking about? Oh, okay. No, because that's what you're talking about, dope.
What dope?
You were like, they got dope. You were like, where is it?
So I don't know who that guy is. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. I never heard of that dude. Flex?
yeah, he's Flex is flexing on you, cause not Flex is flexing.
He's
On you.
flexing on you, fool.
Flex is flexing on you. Flex ain't got nothing on me, homeboy. He got nothing on me, cause
He's
not.
flexing on me. I'm the only fat guy here. The only one out of shape.
So we got, homeboy. I had some good stuff over here. Oh yeah. There you go. Canon Hinant. I'm sure I'm misspelling this poor rest in peace kid's name. Have you heard of him?
No.
Is that the one that the 5-year-old?
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Yeah, that was. They shot him in the head. He was on his bike. He was 5 years old. A black man shot him on his head because he didn't want him on his lawn. The day prior to the shooting,
on the lawn?
he was drinking a beer with the kid's father.
Yeah.
And what city was this in?
Somewhere in the Midwest or something.
Yeah.
So it wasn't.
Okay, so okay.
I think it was Ohio.
It's
Actually.
horrible tragedy. 5-year-old kid
That ain't
in your
tragedy.
neighborhood. Father's outside. They say you're the dad. You're sitting chilling.
That's not a tragedy.
Your kid's riding the bike. You see another man come in there. Boom! Kill the kid in the head. Shoot him in the head. Kill him. They said that some of the neighbors were looking. They thought it was something that's fake, and then they saw when their dad ran out there, like, oh my god, what the hell's going on? But the big story of this
That's an
story
atrocity.
is how much the mainstream media has hit it.
No.
They don't show
Yeah,
you.
I-
And that'll show you because why? Because it was a black man who killed a young white kid. Could you imagine?
It was the other way around?
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
They're
yeah.
lynching us.
Yeah.
They're destroying us. And that's not even just it's the
Oh,
media,
yeah.
brother.
Yep.
Since right now it's hot to sell black music, black movies, we sell black paint. We can't sell white paint. White
Yeah.
paint don't sell.
No.
Why are we gonna go there? And that's sad but the media has got the majority of the country. The majority of the country when it comes to knowing stuff. The phrase sheep is thrown around now, but they aren't. They're just like sheep. They're just like, all right, oh, this is what's going on. They just
follow.
They look at the light bulb. Moment. They look at the light bulb like this, and then this guy they look at the light bulb. But nah, but you got a little kid like that. You're not gonna report that? Why? Because it don't sell? Nah, get out of here.
And it took them a day to arrest him.
Yeah, but
They didn't even arrest him the same day. They arrested
you
him
would
the
have
next
had
day.
riots in the streets, brother.
The next day they arrested him.
But that-
24 hours
but-
later.
I don't blame
5
that
years old,
on a black and white thing. I blame the media for that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I blame the media for being cowards and not sitting there calling it out equally. But
Yeah.
and
Well, you
that's
know
what
what?
it is.
Look at, like with Floyd, right?
Yes.
Floyd got killed. The first thing, the black man got killed by a white officer, 9 minutes on his neck.
You know?
Okay, so
I
you
don't
see what that
see
dude had
them
in his
talking
mouth?
about. I don't see them talking about a man got killed today with a police officer 9 minutes.
No, that doesn't
And that's the
sell.
way they should report it.
That
A
does-
man,
that-
because that was a human being.
That
had nothing to do with
no,
her.
no.
That
That
human being.
That does not
But
sell.
even with that, it was a little white kid that got killed. Instead of just saying, a kid got kid. A kid got killed. They're not talking like that. Oh, but they're not even talking about it because he's not black, and the killer isn't white.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's kind of like they just play on that black narrative.
That's what sells.
Black,
They're
black,
trying to sell it
you
to you.
know,
That's,
yeah.
The media in this country, and this is both sides, brother. The media in this country is like a TV show. It's fake.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when Trump said fake news, he wasn't
Yeah,
lying.
he
But
wasn't
you know
lying,
what,
yeah.
Trump? Your news that supports you is fake news too. It's all fake news.
Yeah.
The majority of the news nowadays,
It's
they're
all
just
twisted.
feeding you a narrative. Hate these
yes, they
people,
want-
hate
yeah.
that people, hate this group, do this. But all the while, who's getting rich? Rich white man, homie.
Yeah.
Rich white men. Today
Why
I'm
you gotta
hating.
white
Today
men?
I'm hating rich white men, homeboy. Because that's what it is, brother. It's rich
Why can't
white
it
men
just
getting
be
rich.
people?
Because
Rich
it's not.
people.
Because it's not. It's rich white men who have been running this show for hundreds of
Yeah.
years, brother, and they continue to hustle as they continue to do the same thing.
Everything is going to Oprah for when she's black.
Oh yeah. No, homie.
She got billions.
No.
Oprah, it's all Oprah's fault.
Oprah has got chump change compared to these people, dude.
No.
Chump change. Nah. You've got it so
Oprah
twisted.
runs them all. Oprah's the boss.
Yeah,
She's
Oprah.
the shiznit.
And her and her homeboys, homegirls have about 20 guns each.
Yeah, right.
Oh man! All right, guys, let's go into the
break?
comments real quick. See what's going on. No break for you, homeboy. Actually, we should take a break. Come on.
Yeah.
You need a break, Grandpa?
We're getting old.
All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can get some.
We are old.
Hey, throw me
Tell
a
them to
little,
get their
little
questions
speaker over there.
together. Tell
Huh?
them to get their questions together.
Get your. Sonny said, "Get your questions together." Shit, because I back it up.
I'll be outside.
3D Burns, that's my boy.
I'll be outside flex.
All right. Oh, he's gonna go outside and flex, homeboy.
No, flex.
All right, guys, we're gonna. Might as well. Yeah, you know what? Why not, dude? It's Friday. They're gonna probably shut off because of the. This will be the copyright right here, bro. Hold on. Oh, they see. See, fucking Dub B Stays checking me out, homeboy. Hey, Dub. Hold on, let me. Before we shoot off here for a little bit for our break, Go check out Doug V on YouTube. Doug V dropped a nice little kind of war dog about YA today, and it was very good. Doug, you need to stop giving not excuses, but a reason why you're throwing the stories out there, homie. We all know why you're throwing the stories out there. Just go and get into your story already. Because for the first 3 or 4 minutes, I'm driving. I'm like, all right, Doug, get to your story. I'm gonna get to your story. And
Yeah,
once you
that's
got,
true. I
once
watched
you
it,
got,
yeah.
you watched it, right?
Yeah, I
And
did.
once you get to your story, it's a
Yeah.
great story, fool. You got nobody to explain to why you're doing your stories. You're doing what you're doing, and we know why you're doing it, homie.
Yeah, I fast forward to like half of it.
Yeah, homie. All right, carnalito. So we're gonna take a little break right now.
I got is time. The bottle's all I have. Be a friend of mine. Since my whiskey's gone, I might as well get stoned. Every time I watch the TV, another soldier died, another brother's gone, another mother cries. Now I know they got a job to do. If I had one wish, I wish they'd all come home, so we could all get stoned. I might as well get stoned, get it off my mind. Ain't got shit to do. All I got is time. The bottle's all I have. Be a friend of mine. Since my whiskey's gone, I might as well get stoned.
Miles on the Gulf Stream, I hear the south wind moan. The bridge is getting lower, the shrimp boat's coming home. The old man down in the corner slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on a Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon. I don't mind the strain of a hurricane that come around every June. The high black water, a devil's daughter. She's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Man came down from Chicago, he gonna set that levee right. He said it needs to be at least 3 feet higher, it won't make it through the night. But the old man down in the corner, he said, don't you listen to that boy. The water be down by the morning, and he'll be back to Illinois.
Is your
I was born in the rain on the Poncha train,
one of the
underneath the Louisiana
she
moon.
not here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen that movie.
Hey, I think I heard. A micro. A micro.
What's the question? What are we gonna get into right now?
She's hard, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans.
Oh, they can't see us though.
30 miles on the Gulf Stream, I hear the south wind moan. Bridges getting
Bangkok in the
lower,
house. Wow.
the shrimp boats coming home.
Bangkok.
The
Is that
old
China?
man down in the corner slowly turns his head, takes a drink from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said.
Grew up in Eagle Rock, Hyde Park, Jurassic Park. Smoking red hair, Arizona.
Smoking who?
Red hair in Arizona.
Oh.
So he's still drinking. The haterade.
Yeah, because
What am I hating on?
Trump. Arizona's full of
Old school. No, that wasn't Arizona. It was some guy said I was hating the haterade or whatever. I'm hating on something. Kick the
What the hell's
DJ out.
calling me on my live?
I was born in the rain on the Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane. They come around
so-
every
One
June.
with people?
High black water.
We gotta do that.
She's hot, she's cold.
That guy too with the murals, huh? He's ready to go.
All right. Well, we gotta.
I told the guy, Theo Pico, the 12, but he's really, now he's like all shied up. So, but I talked to his
If he doesn't
his
show up,
cousin.
we're gonna put him on the list, huh?
So I talked to his cousin, they're the same age. And so she's trying to like, yeah, let's both go on. So I might have
Alright, we'll
two
figure it
cousins
out.
or 2 grandkids.
We got that. We got
But I'm still shooting for the 12.
I got a guy who's in the city council of Santa Ana,
Okay.
and hopefully Big Leps comes through. We'll do it, hombre.
Yeah.
Man, it's hot, huh?
Yeah. Open the door.
Moshe's calling.
Yeah. He texted me now. I told him everything's good. I don't know what's going on. People think there's a rumor. They think I died or something.
Who called?
You died?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people like I don't know. Somebody's somebody's called.
Somebody.
And they're fucking calling crazy, and I'm like, I'm alright. All right, people. So we're back. It's Friday. Sonny's sweating like a whore in church.
Yeah, fucking hot, dog. Well, that movie
I
gets
want to
fat.
keep the DJ out. They're like my Stapleton.
Yeah.
It's nice
You
smooth
think
music.
you're
Man.
fucking Jax from fucking Son of Anarchies.
That's it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I could be Jackson Anarchy.
yeah.
Yeah. That is that music. That's some good music, homie. Come on. That's some good music, man.
Oh, not
I listen to all kind of music, brother. But
That's right.
that's some good music, homeboy.
Yep.
Why don't you bust out the Elton John?
Well, Elton John's badass. So did you see that movie? No, I'm serious.
No, I haven't seen that movie. I
Oh
wanted
man,
to see
if
it.
you haven't.
I actually wanted to see it.
So what'd you think of the tax collector?
Wait.
No, this was this. We'll go to the Elton John movie
Yeah.
first. The Elton John movie is a great movie. They had a little sex scene that, yeah, it made me feel uncomfortable. All right, it made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. My wife's like, "Really?" I'm like, yeah, listen, dude, it's like,
Did it make you feel uncomfortable?
yeah, you
I
haven't seen it,
it.
Ah.
but
'Cause I know somebody likes that
but
shit.
it wasn't as bad of a sex scene that I've seen in other shows, which is like, so there's certain shows that I think there's a show on Netflix called Hollywood, and the gay scenes
So
that
it's
they
like
do.
a Brokeback Mountain type of scene?
Yeah, dude, it's like the Hollywood one's like, dude, like I can't, and there's no disrespect.
No,
You
yeah.
know,
it's
no,
just
no,
a cup of tea.
but some people will sit and take that as disrespect. You're like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, what? No, I get it. That's your thing. No
Yeah,
problem. It's just,
yeah.
it makes me feel uncomfortable. Maybe
Yeah.
my kids won't feel as uncomfortable. My grandkids
No,
won't.
it makes me feel uncomfortable seeing a guy and a girl kissing.
Well,
Automatically, it gets me a little uncomfortable.
Listen,
In person. No, I'm not
okay,
saying in
no,
person.
but no, you're watching.
But in like a movie, you know.
You're watching a movie and you see a heterosexual couple having a love scene. No, it's like whatever.
right.
Well,
You
if,
get-
if I'm sitting with somebody, sometimes it makes me feel uncomfortable.
well, yeah, if you're sitting with your daughter, it's gonna make you feel
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
it's gonna make me feel uncomfortable.
But as far as that, after that little, I think it was maybe like a I don't know, 20-second scene or whatever
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
It was alright.
No,
You were good.
no, it was a great movie.
No,
No,
yeah.
no, that Elton John movie was a great movie, dude, and it actually it opens your eyes to a lot of things. So it did its job. So now the tax collector. Go ahead. What do you think?
I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. There was one part that, like, you know, I don't think was kind of true. I don't think any Hispanic would go to a black gang for backup.
No, I don't think so either. But
You know,
they're not involved in the politics like they made it seem like they are. It's just
that's a movie.
I just think they should have gave that guy Shylock or whatever his name is a little more gunplay in the scene. You know what I mean? Give him, instead of him getting so whacked so quick.
But
He was
who-
supposed to be with it.
who the
Fucking Jimmy Smith,
Hey.
man. I didn't realize he was a,
Oh,
was
yeah,
a wizard.
yeah. Hey,
I
but-
was like, hell
hey,
yeah.
Hey, but who knows if Shia LaBeouf, they gave him just what's it called, a feature, homeboy?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows they paid him? Hey, I only got so much minutes on camera with you because
You know what would be cool is if they did a prequel to that and had Shia LaBeouf showing up.
No,
Him being gangster with it, you know what I mean? From him coming up.
No, dude. That's the problem, dude. No, what they gotta do is make the sequel better. We got a Latino guy already in there. Let's push the Latino
No,
guys. 'cause
they're
they're-
a prequel.
What? Then we're back to white or black. Homeboy. That's the
No,
problem.
he's supposed to be Mexican in there.
No, he ain't supposed to be. He's a white guy in a Mexican neighborhood. He's supposed to be Mexican. Why can't we just have Raza play Raza in the shows? Why? Because we're so accustomed to seeing someone else, and when we don't see it, we kind of get turned off. And that's a sad thing.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Mm-hmm.
My thing I liked is that they left it open for a part 2.
Yeah.
I think it went to Hollywood. A lot of scenes. I think the acting was top notch. Shout out
Yeah,
to
it was
Conejo.
good. Yeah.
Conejo's acting.
It was good.
Oh my God!
Yeah, on point.
Like I said, I thought, let's go Conejo.
Yeah. No,
Chinga's way.
yeah.
Conejo took his classes and he
did what he had to do.
he did what he had to do. He came in to take our
Yeah.
visit. Shia LaBeouf, yeah, he pulled it out. A couple little things that a little bit over, but they should have given us a gangster scene.
Yeah, they should give him a
No,
gangster scene.
they should have. But maybe, like I said, maybe it's a feature, homeboy. Maybe you only got. Listen, I got 20 minutes on film. This is how much it's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know the ins and outs of the business, right?
Yeah.
But I will say this. I can guarantee you, if you had somebody like Manny Jimenez in there,
Yeah, of course,
it
it
would
would've
have
been more realistic.
Oh yes, dude. If you would have had somebody like Manny
Yeah,
Jimenez,
because if you look at that movie and you know what's really going on, that movie is not really based on any kind of factual.
well, maybe the storyline is a little bit.
Yeah, maybe the storyline,
Maybe-
but as far as the actual
No, the scenes
business
of
is not-
and the guy and like when Conejo ended up he was doing his voodoo thing or
Voodoo
whatever,
ritual, yeah.
and nah, you gonna kill a chicken, homie. I'm not gonna bring some woman over here to slice her throat. Nah, come on, brother. What is
Because you're not a gangster like
Oh,
that.
is that what it was? hey, Conejo went back to Aslan.
Yeah,
Oh,
he sure
ese,
did.
vámonos.
Vámonos, hey, fuck yeah.
No, I thought the movie was entertaining.
I thought the
No,
movie
hey,
was good.
I would have paid for it.
I would have
again.
paid for it too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I would have definitely paid for that movie. And I would have came
We
out
did
really
pay for
cheated.
it.
I
Yeah,
actually
that's
did
talking
pay
about the
for
movie
it.
theater. I would have
Yeah,
movie theater.
yeah.
I could have actually got to watch it for free, but I did pay for it.
It worked. He called. I talked to him.
Yeah,
What are you doing? I said, you gonna watch the movie? Oh yeah, I'm gonna check it out for free. Free? Where? Don't worry about it. I said, nah, fool, the whole point is you buy the movie, you support the cause.
Yeah.
So all you dirtbags that did not pay for the movie, you better go back in and order it even if you didn't pay for it. Dude, you have to. That's the
And it was only $6.99.
yeah, exactly.
It wasn't a movie.
Hey, but that's the only way studios are gonna respect us as raza, Latinos, whatever you want to call. Hey, you know what? We gotta come up with a phrase, dude. I don't know what phrase. Maybe we'll do a poll around the country.
Kill Gil.
The kill phrase. I think it already happened because people are texting me thinking I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't know.
Yeah.
We need to come up with a phrase because I am so sick and tired, brother. I am so sick and tired of people saying, we're not Latinos. We're not Chicanos. We're not raza. We're not. What are we? What are we? It's like the same.
What we're
old
actually
time-
trying, what we're trying to do is make a universal word for all of us.
Yes.
We're not trying to, we know there's a difference of Mexicans, Salvadoranians, Honduras. We know there's a difference. It's just, we're trying to, when we speak, we're trying to throw it all into one group. A raza.
But there's
That's it.
always a good chunk that. No, you're not Latino. No, you're not Hispanic. No,
Yeah.
okay. Then
No, just like they say, we're not a race.
That's fine. When
And
they say,
that, you know,
they say
the
no.
definition
they
of
say
a race is-
Mexican is not a race. This is
it's
not a
an
race.
ethnicity.
Right, yeah.
but Mexicans are known
me,
to have high cheekbones.
No, to me,
straight
it's
hair.
a race. It's a race.
The color of the skin, you can look at me and tell me he's Mexican.
Yes.
You can look and tell he's not Mexican, but he's
You're not gonna sit here and tell me this
No,
dirtbag.
you're gonna look at you
This
and know
dirtbag.
that you're of some kind of.
Let me tell you
No,
something. Sonny.
you're gonna be some kind of descent, but not necessarily
let me tell you
Mexican.
something, Sonny.
Uh.
Most people, if I didn't tell them I was from Honduras originally,
Hey,
they always
you're
think I'm
Mexican.
Mexican. I got people that I had to
Well,
argue
I'm
with
just
and tell
saying.
them, from Honduras, fool.
Yeah.
No, que eres de Sinaloa, que eres... Primero, tú eres mexicano.
Yeah,
You know what he looks like? He looks like
I look
one of the
like
Angry
some
Birds.
fat, ugly motherfucker.
One of the
Fat
Angry
ass-
Birds.
Fat,
He looks
fat
like
ass-
one of the
fat
Angry
bastard.
Birds.
I look like fat bastard.
He looks like Luis Guzman.
No, but what I'm trying to say though, that race is based on the characteristics of a person, and the majority of fucking Mexicans have high cheekbones,
Is that what you come up with?
straight hair, the color of your skin. You know, that's
No,
what
because
determines a race.
Because you have a lot of
It-
Mexicans that are straight Indian. Homeboy.
Yes, but Indian ethnicity is like your culture, like what you eat, the kind of food you have. So a lot of times that the people will say you're not a race, and then it's just their way of trying to belittle us, trying to make it seem like we're less than they are, and that's not and that's not cool because we are a race.
I can get down with that, but you know what?
That's why they call themselves the raza, the race.
I think we are our race, but there is like when the people say you're Mexican, Salvadoreño, Hondureño, this that. Every single one of those countries pretty much is its own race too. And when people say no, they're
Oh, of course they
no,
are.
dude. Listen, brother. If you can sit here and get a bully now that's only been being mixed for the last 10 years,
Yeah.
maybe? How long have the bullies been mixed? 10, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe 10
10
years.
yeah,
All right.
10.
Bullies have barely been mixed for 10 years, right? They're a race. What kind? Is it bully? Is it purebred? All of a sudden, it's a purebred bully. Many dogs now that are purebred dogs 100 years ago, no, they were not.
Yeah.
So how the hell are you going to tell me that somebody who was born in a certain country has certain characteristics or has certain cultures, certain music, certain food? Yeah, maybe on your little blood thing, whatever it is, technically on your science thing, I'm not a race. But come on, I mean, you know it is.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the way I
nice
look at
because,
it.
Yeah.
because
That's
if
the
you
way I
got
look at it.
characteristics of something,
Yeah.
like Salvadoranians. A lot of times you can tell Salvadorian because their eyes are a little more silent than ours. That's just something I can tell. And that's a
No,
characteristic.
just like Koreans,
Yes.
Chinese, Filipinos.
They-
Once you
yes.
start getting, but if you don't know it, you kind of look the same. But I could look, for
You're
the most
just
part,
being
I can look at a Filipino. No, it's Filipino.
If you
I can
just,
look at
you're
Yeah.
just
That's
being
Chino.
ignorant
Yeah.
if you say that we're not a race.
Yeah, but what it
Because-
is scientifically you're not. That's what it is.
According to who?
Scientifically, you're either what is it?
What the hell are we?
It's like Asian.
Negrozoid.
Yeah, something like that.
Negrozoid.
Negrozoid.
Caucasian.
You're
Caucasian.
Yes.
Negrozoid. Mongoloid.
Yeah.
There's only supposedly
like five
four
or something?
different
Four or five,
races.
something like
Four
that.
different
in the
races
world.
that originally started the
No,
world.
so when they break it down, they say you're originally this and that. But there's no such thing as, oh, you're Mexican. But really, yeah. If
But
you
they
look
got it all the way down like
It's funny because you say that on my dad's birth certificate.
Yeah.
I got it when he passed away, and it says
Caucasian.
it says white.
Caucasian.
No, it doesn't say Caucasian.
Oh, okay.
Oh, back then.
Well,
yeah,
I know. On my birth certificate it says Caucasian,
Does it?
and it's from my generation. That's what. If you weren't black,
Yeah, they put you as
they
Caucasian.
put you as Caucasian. Didn't matter the race.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was fucking
That was
Hondureño.
something back in the days.
You Sureño?
Hondureño, not
Oh.
yeah, no, that's that guy. I mean, that's that guy. That's not me. That's that guy. I mean,
Nowadays,
I heard Sureño.
my Caucasian, my birth certificate says Sureño. Damn.
Nowadays,
This is with the business.
like even on the census now,
Yeah.
if you're Mexican, you're Indian.
Yeah,
it
that's
goes into
it's
that.
saying
And
it out,
that's
but,
good. You know what I mean? That's good. You're starting to
shit.
realize that there is races. There's different races.
No, there is. And
Yeah.
There definitely
I
is.
just think it's the people trying to belittle us that want to hold that, want to say that we're not on the same level as them or they're better than us because we're supposedly not a race, but we are.
But yeah, and and
We're a race to be reckoned with.
but that's the thing. We ain't being reckoned with because we're so divided and fighting.
With them amongst ourselves.
Who's Latino? Who's Hispanic? I don't care. Please do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll. People, what do you want to be called? You know what it's like? It's like the African Americans back in the days. We're not this. We're African.
Oh, yeah.
We're not this.
We're black.
We're in the same boat. Like,
Yeah.
we're probably a couple years behind them on this poll, but
Yeah.
we need to figure that out and stop with the BS and say, okay, we're this. Now can we move forward?
Yeah.
Can we stop with the little chit chat of art? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like little
yeah.
kids. I mean, that's something that bugs me. You bug me too, Sonny, but I can.
The fuck did I do?
You point, and then you got four fingers because you were really mad.
Well, because he was pointing.
Stop pointing.
He started pointing. He was even pointing at you.
I was the pointing guy. I'm the pointing guy, homie. Let me see. Why would you leave that? Some guy, some mobile girl. Really?
What?
I don't know. Some pimps over here trying to do something wrong. Okay, let me see if you guys got any questions for these guys. Tomorrow, by the way, we will be in Orange County.
Come down and visit us.
Yeah, come down and come through, man. We'll be in Orange County. What's the address? I gotta look at the address again. Is it Date Park in Stanton? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, Staten. I don't know.
All right, Date Park in Stanton. I'll post it later on today. We're gonna go either play some handball or watch some guys play handballs. Whatever it is, we're gonna go support the cause, man. Whatever they're doing, and that's what we gotta do as Raza, support the cause, man. Sonny, we have a question for you from Mr.
Yes, sir.
Who's this guy? I think I've seen this guy. Dubs? That's it?
Dubs?
You've heard
Oh
of him?
no.
He says, Sonny.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, actually, it was a comment, but I was gonna read it as a question.
Okay.
I thought he was asking, what type of iron do you do to straighten out the back of your head? He said, Gil, iron the back of Sonny's head, homeboy. So,
Dubs really want to go there and talk about heads.
he did, homeboy.
You know he don't want to talk
He
about
went
that
there,
big
boy. He
old
went
dome of
there,
his.
He went there, homeboy. So you got more chins than well, no, I can't say that. You can't say that anymore. The joke.
What?
More chins than a Chinese phone book.
That's racist.
That's racist, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
racist, right?
racist. Yes.
That is racist. That is racist. Dude. I apologize to the Asian community. That is pretty racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, come on. Those are jokes we
It's
grew up
good,
on.
though. It's
Those are
good.
jokes we grew up
Have
on.
you ever seen
dude.
The Amazing Racist?
No. Who's that?
It's on YouTube.
The Amazing Racist?
The Amazing
Amazing
Racist.
Race.
That's actually a pretty good name.
Yeah.
Just actually look up free boat rides to Africa.
Oh, that's
No.
And they got some fool,
No.
some white boy, and he's offering any black people that come by free rides back to Africa. And in order to entice them, he happens to have
Chicken.
basketballs,
chicken.
watermelon,
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
fried
you gotta
chicken
watch
on
it.
a
Hey, people
string,
don't sock them up?
Oh yeah.
Fried
Right? Oh,
chicken.
it's
yeah.
one of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see people socking them up.
fried chicken on a string.
Yeah.
This fool was just out there.
Kool-Aid?
Talking about malt
Really?
liquor and Kool-Aid.
He got a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
then
he does Mexican.
he does another
He
one.
does everybody.
Oh, the Chinese was awesome.
Oh,
Asian
yeah.
for driving.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so he's racial across the board.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then if you call him a Jew, he flips out.
Oh, he's a Judeo.
Now he's a Jew.
Oh, he's a Jew.
Yeah, but he flips out. Would you call me? And the Mexicans call him Jew.
He's like, I'm not a Jew. Jew crazy, Jew crazy. He said, he goes, I'm not a Jew.
Yeah, but I seen it the other day. I was like, oh my god, this guy's out there. But then I put one out and I was like, can you guys laugh about this?
All right, what's up,
I thought it
Lahabra?
was funny.
Let's see what we got. Are you gonna wear a mask? I don't know if he's talking to you or who. What up, fellas? Talk about this weird fire in Cali. 37 fires. I heard there's a bunch of fires. Though.
Yeah, I was coming through the grapevine the other day.
I can
man,
tell
it was bad
you.
up
I
there.
can tell you a lot about those fires.
You said it was what?
I can tell you a lot about those fires.
Oh.
I was in fire camp. I think it was 98.
Paso Robles?
No, Paso. I was regular. I actually ended up going to fire camp after I got busted. Actually, out here, I got busted in January '97. Went to YTS, and then I was like, all right, I'll probably stay in TS. No weights. I was like, what do you mean? Where are the weights? No weights. And I was one of those guys that I'm lifting weights all day long, brother. So what are they doing here? It's locked down. I think some lady staff just got killed over there. So that place was just, it was done, brother.
Yeah.
It was done. They said they still got weights in fire camp. You know, and I used to be that guy talking shit. This was in fire camp.
There you go.
Yeah, homie.
There you go.
Yeah, I went over there, and they didn't like me for shit. They thought I was a manipulator. They thought I was an older, which I was. Most of the guys that were like 18, 19. I was already like 20.
Well, that's what you learn in prison, how to manipulate.
Yeah, I was like 23, 24. But the only thing I wasn't making nothing. I was just telling these guys, you're going back to jail. You're going back to jail. I'm not going back to jail. I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
Half you guys, they were like, what the fuck? And the staff would be like, hey, nobody's talking to you, dude. I said, yeah, 'cause I don't got time to talk to these guys. These guys are talking street stuff. I'm done. I'm just gonna come in here. But I definitely remember going out there. One night we were out there in I want to say it was Riverside. It was like 100,000 acre fire, right? Me and over there, it's funny. The racial stuff kind of goes out the door, fool. Once you're out there
Yeah.
in the middle of the mountains,
Fucking fighting a fire.
fighting a fire, cutting wood, doing this and that, the racial stuff goes completely out the door. Because I remember one guy, we're out there, and in YA, you ain't gonna drink after it's black. And over there, you're not so much either, but you got the big water gallon.
Yeah.
And fools are like you're coming out the roll. In other words, you come out your roll,
Yeah.
they got the big old water thing, they got some electrolyte shit in there, and fools are just like
Yeah.
and one guy's like, I thought, well, you're gonna drown, homeboy.
Yeah.
In other words, it's like you're in the slave thing, homeboy. You're going out there, you're putting your shit, and you kind of get a lot of camaraderie within all races. You kind of learn how to work. You kind of you have a work ethic that's unbelievable, dude. We're out there for, I want to say, like, it was like 3 days on, 1 day on. It was some way out shit. We were working like crazy, and you're literally on the top of this mountain. Everything's pretty much dark, fool.
Mm-hmm.
And and as soon as you go over the mountain, what do you feel? You feel heat.
Yeah.
Over here it's cold. On the other side of the mountain was cold. But we're over there and we're spending the night. We're watching the main of the burn is way across the hill, but you can see it, you can feel it. And we're just falling asleep. We fall asleep for like, maybe an hour or so. All right, everybody, roll it up. You find hot spots where you actually still got fire in there. You kind of move it across, and you're whoever it is, whatever homie you're with, homie. And every once in a while you find a homie with a black guy right there. Because it's dark, homie. You don't know who it is. All you know is you're freezing. You see a body in an orange Nomex.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm going to go live next to him.
Oh, yeah.
And that place definitely taught me a lot about work, about different races, about life. And those guys, I want to say till this day, they make... Once they get out, when a fire roll, once the bus actually leaves the gates of the facility you're in, you start making $1 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So you're making $24 a day.
Yeah.
With jail, it's a lot of money.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I was making
Okay.
11 cents.
So think about it. When these guys are gone for a week or two, you come back with $200-$300. Then later on, you're like, do I want to catch a fire? You want to catch a fire because
Yeah,
a
you
lot
want
of
to
people
get out.
a lot of people don't have money, fool.
Yeah.
Straight up. I mean, people think you go to jail and people are gonna take care of you. A lot of people in jail, the majority of people, they don't got family. They don't got money. Nobody's giving you nothing, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
So this
You
is
gotta-
the first time you
gotta
actually get out there. You start seeing money in your books. You had guys in there. I think I got out with like $600-$700. But when I got out, I was that guy that took my boxers home.
Mhm.
I was that guy that took a lot of stuff. But hey, come on. I'm like, fool, I'm 23, 24 years old. I got nobody out there anymore.
Mhm.
I'm by myself. I bought this money. I'm going out to a girl that's got a kid. I got my own kid. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely trying to get to
Yeah,
the
I get
real
my
world.
shit.
But the sad thing with those guys is they should get paid more money, bro. If you're telling me since I was in there in '98, and I was making $1 a day, and these guys are still making $1 a day. No, come on, they didn't get a raise.
I was making 11 cents.
No, yeah, when you're working right,
Yeah, I was making 11, but that was like $23 a month. But that $23 when I had nothing, $23 of soups.
Yeah.
And
And that's when they say that it's back to the slave thing, and that's kind of I am always really a hard ass when it comes to a lot of things, and people will sit there and say, "Gil, you're such a conservative guy," and I am, but we need to also call it out. A lot of stuff, it's slavery, brother. But the sad part is that we continue to put ourselves into that game.
yeah, we put ourselves in that situation. Some of us need that structure.
No, but
You know, some people do need that
No,
structure because they keep going.
yeah, but the thing is this, Sonny. When you were a young man, you walked to that barbershop, they were saying we don't have no spics over here.
Right.
No, that means that that's kind of lit up in my brain. That means that was 80s. And I was like, when I was 15, 14 years old in 1990, cop grabbed me, hit me in my chest,
Oh, yeah.
said we don't want your kind over here. That's 90. 2000, it was still happening. So it's almost like, wait a minute, dude.
not
We as minorities had just recently kind of got into the game and are trying to get ahead, brother. And for many, many years, decades, hundreds of years, we were making those bad decisions because we weren't learning. Homie. We didn't know.
Well, there was 2 incidents that recently I've dealt with. I guess about 5 or 6 years ago, me and my wife were at a picnic, and there were white people that invited us. So the whole family was white. So their idea of a picnic was, you know, us carne asada, some chicken.
Right.
No, them was a Subway sandwich and some
Oh, God.
potato salad
Yeah.
from Ralph's.
Some cold cuts.
Yeah.
Right, some cold cuts. So we're all sitting around the barbecue. Well, not the barbecue. We're sitting around
The table.
talking,
Yeah.
and it was me and my wife, and all the rest of them are white. So here comes this couple walking down the park right here in North Hollywood too.
Okay.
They walked up and excuse me, here, and they hands me a paper. So I'm like,
Hands you a paper?
yeah, and he hands my wife a paper. It doesn't hand nobody else a paper. And I look at it, and I read it, and I fall off the chair laughing because it says, "The school to learn English." So my wife's face is at first like offended, like, "Oh my God," and all these people were like, "Oh my God, they didn't just do that." And my fat ass is on the floor. I was fucking rolling because I thought it was the funniest thing.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? To
yeah.
me, it's like if you hit me with some shit like that, I might laugh.
That's right.
But it was like, yeah, it was to speak English, the school to speak English.
Listen, that racist part of America hasn't left. I got one.
Wait, I got one more.
All right, I got one that will top those.
So we're in Redondo. We're in Redondo Beach, right?
Okay.
My daughter had a doctor's appointment for her braces, and there was a lot of traffic that day. Like it was just packed. It was just bad. So I told her, hey, we're just gonna kick it out of here for a little bit. What do you want to do? She goes, oh, I want to go get my ears pierced. I want to go get this done. I want to go get it. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it a day where I'm gonna just spend all kinds of fetty on my daughter. So we go get her ears pierced and her tongue and all that good stuff, right? And she goes, I want to get my nails done. I'm like, okay, find a place. So we stopped at a 7-Eleven to get something. And there's a nails place across the street.
Right.
And it looks really nice. So I tell my daughter, there's a nail place right there, call them. See if they need an appointment. So she calls. So excuse me, do you have any, do we need an appointment or go walk in? She goes, no, we don't have nobody in. Go ahead, come in. I'm like, okay. So I tell my daughter, just go. I'll be right there. So I get out of the car, get the stuff out of the car, you know, little stuff, and I walk right behind her.
Right.
So she walks in and she goes, yeah, I didn't want to get my nails done or whatever. And it was like, they looked at me and looked at her. And I don't know if it was just me or it was her too, but they were like, oh, you have to have an appointment. And I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
We just called and asked. But it was just the fact that place was completely empty.
Right.
It was just the fact, no, you need an appointment to get your hair. We just called.
Yeah.
No, well, they gave you the wrong information.
No
And
way.
just looking at me, and I was kind of like, and that one pissed me off. That one pissed me off because my daughter had to see it.
I have one that pissed
And then
me
my
off,
daughter's
man.
like, Dad,
I was,
go. Just let it go, Dad. Just let it go. Like, hard.
Oh yeah.
So, but that was just like way out,
yeah.
dude.
What
I
you
got
got?
one
What you
that,
got?
My sister's wedding, she had it at the Castaways up in the Burbank Hills.
That's where I got married.
Right? So I'm in the wedding, so I'm in all tuxedoed out and everything. And I park, I pull up, they take my car,
Yeah,
and
they got valet.
leave, right? So I'm talking, and some old white man gives me his keys to his car.
Yep.
And I'm looking at him like, what? He's like, oh, just park it over here. Like, I'm not the fucking valet fool. I get so mad. His wife was laughing at him. But I just threw his keys at him and walked away.
That's a perfect scenario to go into where I'm going.
Yeah.
I had the same issue.
Uh-huh.
Not once but twice. That's why I will never in my life
Well,
go back
actually, I wouldn't,
go
dude.
back to the Tiffany store in Beverly Hills. This is not a shout out to the Tiffany store. This is a F you. Not even it was to the woman who was at Tiffany.
I got one too.
I go to Beverly Hills. This was years back. I'm gonna go buy my wife some for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Over there, you buy some little shit they brought.
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, anyways, I pull up. I park my car, my truck. After I bought my wife's stuff, I'm leaving. Right? I'm waiting for my valet to come. That's what you gotta park valet.
Yeah.
This black chick in a Range Rover, pipped out, big money, comes. Hey, hurry up! I said, I looked at her. I said, bitch, you got the nerve. Like, you black. I told her, bitch, you got the nerve. You black. She's like, what? This ain't your fucking valet. What's wrong with you? Oh, she just felt, she did one of those. Instead of like, she was like, oh, Richie, white, black lady, whatever. And she went and get the valet. I'm like, this fucking broad. Whatever. Didn't think anything of it. I didn't make a big old scene, right? No scandalo, no pancho. A few months later go by. I went to the Concord Convention in Vegas, right? I'm with these two white boys that work in the office. That's where we go. And as we're walking out of the hotel, we're talking like me and you. Hey, dude, you can't believe what happened. No, they're white guys.
Yeah.
No, Gil, no way. It's like, dude, it's happening. I'm telling a story. They're cracking up. You're in Vegas. You're having a good time. As we walk out of Vegas, some white lady says, hurry up. So, as we walk, and they looked at me like, what the hell? I don't know. They probably thought that Pancho over here was giving the two white guys a thank you, sir. Thank you for your rally ticket. Hurry up. I said, hurry up for what? My car. I said, oh. I said, listen, listen, you fucking dumb bitch. I ain't the valet. I went up to her husband straight up. I said, listen, just to let you know, your wife's a dumb bitch. And he was because I was hot, dude. And he was like, hey, the valet, do you see me wearing a red shirt? Yeah. And he looked around, the valets were wearing red shirts.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a regular shirt. But again, the evil white man, homeboy, he sees you and it clicks, carnal. This is what you are. And that's what has been going on for many years, brother.
I got
many
two,
years,
I got
homeboy.
two more.
For many years.
Yeah.
We went to where's that? That city up north where it's real rich.
Richmond.
No.
Sounded good.
I want to say Sherman Oaks, but it's farther.
Oh,
Sherman Oaks is like
Sherman Oaks is like
30 minutes up, bro. That's what I'm saying.
It's
Yeah.
south of 101,
Oh, you're talking about Valley Circle. You're talking about Calabasas.
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 So we go to a wedding. It's a Jewish wedding.
All right.
The only ones there that weren't Jewish was me, my wife, and her coworker, which
Shabbat
was
shalom.
black, right? And she was black. So as you know, my wife got to go to the restroom. I walk her to the restroom. So I walk her to the restroom. I go inside. I wash my hands. I come out. I got a black V-neck, shirtless, right?
All thugged
I
out.
already see where this is going.
So I'm at the bathroom right there, and the guy comes out, and he hands me a $5 bill. He goes, "Thank you," and I was like,
All right, I got $5.
"What the fuck?"
Sticks in his
I put it away.
Oh.
My wife comes out. She's like, I told her what happened. She goes, "No." The guy see me inside the wedding. He was like looking at me like,
Hey,
I
"You
just
don't
gave
work
him-
here?" And I go, "No, I'm a guest."
Give
But I
my
gave you $5.
Yeah.
yeah, you
You
want
gave me $5.
Thank you. Thank
You know
you.
how much?
Hey, but that goes back, talking serious for a minute, that goes back to how long that has been going on. It has. How that has been going on. How long we've been looked at as, and only recently it's not. That's why I bring back both parties, because all of a sudden in the last 10 years the parties love us. No,
Yeah.
they don't love us. They've been using us, homie.
And then one time I was making a shitload of money, a lot, when I was driving. So my wife's like, I want a Lexus. So go buy you a Lexus. So I got a shitload of money, cash, you know. But I can't buy the whole thing cash, but I got a shitload of money
for down payment.
for down payment. So we go to the lot. We're walking about 20 minutes in the lot, looking at the cars, opening them, and nobody comes. So finally, I was like, man, where the fuck are the salesmen? So we go inside, and they're all drinking their Starbucks, and
Yeah.
they're all joking around. When the guy goes, hey, can I help you? I was like, I came to buy a car. You know what, dude? They're really expensive. I was like, I know what they cost. He goes, no, I don't think you realize they're really, really expensive.
Can afford it, homeboy.
You serious, dude? I came in here to buy a car, and I pulled out my, and I go, does it look like I'm worried about money? And he's like, oh, well, let's work out some financing. I was like, no, forget it. I'm gonna go buy myself another car. So we went and bought another car, but it was like,
Bought a
dude, I
house.
sat there a while. It was like, what the?
Hey, but to let the defense, you do look kind of dirty.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've been in stores where they walk right past me and they'll go to somebody else. Like my brother. They've gone to my brother and like, can we help you, sir? And I'm like, I'm the one buying shit. What the fuck? Because I look like I'm poor as fuck.
No, I
I
get
had the
that.
same problem you had
I
at
get that.
Tiffany's. I went to the Tiffany's right there in Pasadena, and they have you stay in a line, and then you know the salesperson will come. She
Right.
straight looked at me up and down. I was like, that never happened to me.
Uh-huh.
Like, fuck. Like, is there something wrong with the way I dress? You know?
Yeah,
I said, oh no. Can I help you? And I was just.
Yeah,
She
no,
helped me, but I
that's
was
a funny
like,
thing.
damn.
But usually I'll laugh, you know what I mean? Like that one that was a classic when they came up and had us a pamphlet saying about speaking English.
Mm-hmm.
I found out laughing, dude. And my wife was, at first she was shocked, and then she started laughing like, this idiot.
Oh yeah, I gotta put 5 pesos in the jar on my cuss.
Oh, that's what they told you?
Yeah, that's what they told me, homie. That's what they told me. Let me see. Boo Boo is banging on Sonny with the red cup, so Sonny brought out the blue rat. Oh yeah! That's a good one.
That's how I roll, homie. That's how I roll.
Hey, Sonny, some people were talking shit about you about that.
Well, who was?
I saw some in the comments. I mean, they were saying, what the hell's up with this grown ass? This is what they said. What the hell's up with this grown ass man with the blue rag? Like if you're banging me, I already know it's not. But what say you?
Dude, I went to go buy a black one. They only had blue and I think it was orange.
Hey,
So
I
I got
would
the
buy
blue
one.
one. I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna wear the
Hey,
orange one.
A lot of times, I don't know, maybe younger guys and even other people believe, because maybe there's some people that sell that super
Yeah.
whatever. I don't really care about
No,
it.
I don't really
I
care
never
about
really
it.
banged the color like that.
No.
I never really have. I think people who just either, like I said, either now or think about it because they see videos or whatnot, but not.
I banged in the joint a color.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really a color, it was just, you know, what I was about.
Yeah.
I don't do
Sorry,
that shit
but-
on the streets. I'm not tripping on nobody. Who's this trip on over here in LA?
Nah,
Or
nobody, I mean,
Southern California. There's nobody
don't
to
get
trip
that.
on, dude.
I
You
see
know what I
gangsters
mean? I'm
wearing
just
red
not
hats
gonna
and
wear
shit and-
an orange thing. It's gonna be black, blue, or gray.
Yeah.
That's the colors I use. You know what I mean? I've always been like that. I got a white shirt, I got blue jeans. You know what I mean? So they're tripping because I got a blue rag, huh?
yeah,
And the only reason I did that was because I was so hot right now, and I don't want to put it back in my pocket all wet.
All right. The homie 562 said, "Good to see you guys chomping up again. Salute to the big three. I'll be tapping it next time. Final thought." That's all it was. He was saying. Bonita 7-4. Ha ha ha.
So you're gonna swing tomorrow? Swing that ball?
Yeah. What time? Yeah, 7 o'clock. Yeah, I'll be asleep about 8:30. I'll play some handball, homeboy. Don't worry.
You'll be asleep by 8:30 tonight.
Yeah, hell yeah. I got a 10 o'clock sign up, homeboy. What's wrong with you? I'm like a sports guy out here. Nah, what the hell? Yeah.
Well, they're gonna
I
have-
got a game tomorrow. What do you think? I'm gonna stay till midnight?
yeah.
In other words, American Cholo sacrifices his Friday to get all screwed up because he's gonna go play handball with some people in Orange County tomorrow. I mean,
Is there gonna be food there? Do you know?
there's gonna be catering trucks from what I'm hearing, or a catering truck. But there's gonna listen. All I know is the last
I'm
Orange
saying
County,
bring a small
Hey,
barbecue. We'll barbecue.
the last Orange County event we went to,
Oh, there was a lot of
that
food.
was happening.
That was a lot of food.
That was happening, right?
Yeah.
The last Orange County,
Yeah.
I think on Brittle Street or what it was.
Yeah, there was
If I
a
said it wrong,
lot
I'm
of
sorry.
gente there.
Yeah. Huh?
Bristol.
Bristol, I'm sorry. Yeah, in Bristol, yeah. It's just, I don't know the street. Bristol Street, nah, that's a famous street out there for them, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they had the boulevard. It's like our Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know the spec. Yeah, so Bristol, that's what it was. No, they had it cracking.
Oh,
it was
it was
cracking.
cracking.
It was cracking.
Yeah.
That place was
Yeah.
cool, dude. For Raza, that place
Is that
was
what they
cool.
were saying about me wearing the handkerchief?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Because
You gotta change it.
remember I didn't have a mask.
Yeah.
Remember I had forgot my mask.
Yeah.
And then his wife probably went after, but I was like, nah, this is
So they can't hear you, Sonny.
you guys are tripping.
Put that mic over here a little bit closer. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't want to hook up the other mics. I was. Oh, you know what?
Lazy.
Is that what it was? I think this is just. Oh, it's still on. Huh?
What?
Why am I seeing something different? Hey, listen, at least I see the comments, Cardan. Yeah, so obviously about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Damn.
That's what you do when you're a pro, Cardan.
When you were broke.
When you're a pro, what do you mean? Professional?
I don't know. I'm not professional or anything.
Listen,
I'm a professional drinker.
I'm a professional
la-
asshole.
last week I went online, I bought me a professional handball guy. That's it, I'm certified, homeboy.
Guide?
Guy. Say, you want to be a professional handball guy?
You're
You
a
buy
guy?
this, you put a little info in there, and bam.
You bought a
I'm
guy?
certified, homeboy.
You're certified.
You
huh?
bought a guy? Is that prostitution and illegal?
Unless you're,
Oh.
unless you're, you know who I'm talking about, homeboy. The male prostitute. Oh my God. Okay, let's see what this guy's got to say. David asks, speaking of politics, many people won't understand the segregation in prison, but for those that do, like yourselves, how do you feel about the integration of SNY Group and GP? We don't, either way or another, because we just don't talk about that stuff. Yes? No? Maybe?
None of our business.
None of our business. I mean, we're out here living in this world, Carnal. All right, what do we got? Let's see.
Sorry.
By the orange one, bro, you're not helping, bro. So by the orange one, I don't know if he's talking to us.
Oh, because Orange would have been Orange County. Maybe that's why they had it.
Maybe so. But
Maybe that's
also
why.
by the orange, bro, you're not helping.
Oh.
Nah, but it ain't even like that. It should be to a point where it don't matter. I mean, it don't like I got a brother-in-law, grew up here. I guess you say Southerner, but he wears like red shirts because he likes the Angels.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I've seen people with red
the
hats.
Yeah.
gangsters were
Yeah.
red.
Well, no, a lot of people
But I think
on
up north
Bristol
it's
were
different.
wearing orange. A lot of people, because they were showing they were proud of being from Orange
From
County.
Orange County.
And that's cool, you know what I mean? I'm not tripping. But what was I
But I
supposed to
think
buy
up
an
north
orange?
they don't wear blue at all.
Where?
Up north.
No, they do. There's places
Well,
where
the
they wear
Sureños
blue.
that live up there
Yeah.
do, but not the Northerners.
What?
Where the Northerners will not wear blue, like how we wear red.
Sometimes they do.
Very much.
Yeah, they-
much
Yeah,
more
the weather
rare.
mixture.
I-
like
They
a
have more
mixture.
hate for us than we do for them.
Yeah, but they allow them to wear like
when
the
it
gray and black
when
too.
it comes to north and south, I think the now it's more they don't really hate so much the Southern California Sureños.
Mm-hmm.
They still have a very hard time accepting
The ones from up
their
north.
enemies up there, and a lot of times what they will do to dehumanize them is they call them paisas.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up, they'll call them paisas, but to those norteños that feel the same way about those sureños and those sureños that feel that way about the norteños, it's no different than us.
How do you
It's
feel
no
when
different, it's just
how do you
enemies.
feel when they call you a paisa?
I don't care.
Do you feel disrespected?
Depends who's calling me that. If I see a compa that I know, I know this Armenian guy that works at a tool shop I go to, right? Hey, come the paisa.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Yeah.
No problem. I have no problem. And I would say people see paisa as something that's a bad word. The only reason paisa became a bad word was we used to call people paisas to disrespect
Yeah,
them.
disrespect them.
But now that I'm a grown man and I work with paisanos all day long, hell no. Paisa means brother.
Yeah, it's
Paisa
like
means
calling
we're-
one of my own.
yeah, we're from one of my own. We're from
One
the
of my
same
own,
town.
yeah.
We're from the same hood. That's my paisano.
So it's kind of like the N word.
No, that's a big difference.
No.
That's
See,
a
there's
huge
a lot of
difference.
homies that get offended.
That's
in
a
the
huge
system.
difference. That's a huge
How is
difference.
that huge?
The N word was a word that white men used to look at black men as animals, as cattle, as the lowest shit in the world.
But,
and
but paisa is a word that us Hispanics
no,
would look at another Hispanic.
no,
Not
a paisa,
Hispanic.
no, a
Us
paisa,
Chicanos are
a
yelling
paisa
them
literally
from LA.
means somebody from my town. That's what a paisa means.
That's showing you love.
But yeah, a paisa, that's what it means. You can't look up nigger and say, no, seriously, no, this is not even funny. You can't look up nigger and say, this is a good, loving word. No, it was a
No,
horrible,
yeah, it was a
despicable
horrible
word
word,
used by racist white motherfuckers.
From the
changed.
get-go.
Yeah, from the get-go to make you garbage. And then
It's
brothers
changed over the
brothers picked it up,
Mhm.
thinking no, they didn't pick it up. The white man let you have it, homie. The white man let you keep calling that because why? Because it's easier to kill a nigga than it is to kill a person, and that's why it got so bad. But a paisa, no, a paisa's not that. A paisa
See,
literally means from that
In
town.
the
brother.
system, a lot of homies would get mad if somebody, a paisa comes up, hey, go on that paisa. And some homies would snap. Don't call me a paisa, I'm a Southsider.
Yeah.
I've always knew that if they're calling me paisas, they got some kind of resemblance of respect for me, that they want to call me one of their own, and I've never had a problem with it. About now, if a black dude would walk up and say, hey, paisa, hey, homie, I'm a Southsider. And it's not because I felt this is. It's just I know what their intentions and the meanings
let's stay to
were.
the 90s
All right.
when your own homeboy would be like, "What's up, wet?"
I
I would get mad.
I would never hear that.
Oh, I wouldn't get mad.
I would-
I would. I'm like, "Hey, ain't no fucking
I
wet."
wouldn't hear what.
No?
No.
Did you ever hear anybody say it?
I would hear homies use it as derogatory, like, look at that wetback, like straight, like, almost like
They
look
never
at
called
that
you a wet though?
They never say, "Hey, what's up, wet?"
like that. No,
Yeah.
We used to do it all the
Yeah, we
time.
do.
in
Yeah,
my
and,
neighborhood.
I've always hated it.
no, we did.
I've always like, "Hey, ain't no wet."
No, but I definitely seen homies use it towards paisas and just
No, we used to call each other, hey, what's up, wet? Hey, what's up, though?
like playing around. Yeah,
Yeah, playing around.
and
But
it only
in
lasted
a way,
like a year,
though, that is like saying nigga.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It
But
is.
it didn't
And now
last
that
that
I'm
long.
older,
But now you look at it-
now that I'm older, and I understand that.
You're dehumanizing yourself.
Yes.
And that's what that is. That's
Yes.
exactly
But
what
it
it is.
It only lasted like a year, maybe two.
Nah, we did
didn't-
that for a long time.
it didn't last
We
too
did it
long.
for a long time since
Not
we
as
were
long
kids.
as the N-word.
As long as for kids.
The
we
N-word's
did.
the N-word's been gone for hundreds of years because
Yeah.
it just got changed up a little
So
bit.
what made you change your mind about that word? Because before you were cool with it.
Yeah.
You know what? I was.
Because you knew I wasn't cool with it, and you knew he wasn't cool with it.
I was more of kind of being, I guess, the more not lenient means
A
less-
Republican?
No, Republican guy's not gonna be cool. They're gonna hate it. What are you talking about? I was more like, listen, I kind of get it. When I was growing up, I would never say it. It was just something I kind of see the music. I was like, you know what? The kids are just kind of being kids and
Expressing themselves.
they're expressing themselves. They're learning language. It's kind of okay for us. But then, little by little, dude, I started seeing more stuff on YouTube, more stuff on Instagram, more stuff. And I started seeing these younger guys. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want no part of this, dude. These guys are now 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Into the nig and no. And I'm like, wait a minute, homie. That's everything we used to clown about, and they didn't disrespect Norteños. That's what we used to say. Norteños
Yeah.
used to be that, even though they may have not been that.
Yeah.
But that's what we used to say Norteños weren't.
They acted.
We used to sit there and say, "Oh, look at these guys! Look how they're acting." So that means for all that time, we were wrong then, because you guys are doing
Yeah.
the same exact thing. And now even the Norteños don't go that route. They're more pushing into their thing. And I finally kind of came to my senses and said, "Nah, brother, this is wrong." Because by me just saying it here and there and playing around, I wasn't saying it every conversation, just but by me accepting it, that makes it okay for the guy behind me, and then the generation. And what's going to happen is these little young kids, they're going to be talking like some straight ignorant ass in some ghetto ass place, brother. And that's not even okay for us. It's definitely not okay for black people. After reading that Malcolm X book and seeing a lot of stuff that he talked about, and straight up, dude, a lot of that thing opened my eyes, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. It's just, to me, when I read that book, it was like, here's the truth as I know it. And this is a black man that grew up in rural parts of the country where they burned his house, where he went to the big city, and white people would go around them, this and that, be like, they didn't care for us. Just like when they say, "Oh, Latinos, you guys listen to rap music. It means you guys, why do you guys not love us?" White people have been listening to black music all day long. They've always been racist. And then that word, it was a word that was given to black people by white men, slave owners on one. And it came out, and now we're using it. Why? Because it's easy. If this guy right now, Boo Boo, Jose, it would be hard to kill him knowing him as a person. If he's just some nigga on the streets,
Yeah.
I'll kill him all day long. It makes it easier.
I kill him even though I know.
No, it does. It makes it easier, and that word is for black people. I think the majority, the educated ones,
Don't like
know it. Yeah, they don't like
They
it.
don't
But
like it. I've
again,
heard 'em
they get
don't like
scared to really say it, dude. It's going backwards. And for us to jump on that wagon and start saying it and think it's okay because where I grew up, and I posted on my Instagram today, South Central LA, 67% Hispanic. Compton, 70% Hispanic. Watts, 70% Hispanic. Latin, Chicano, Raza, whatever you jackass want to call it. All these are Hispanic cities. How in the hell are you going to tell me you talk black because you go around black? Your North Hollywood's only 50% Hispanic. You live in a majority Hispanic. No, the thing is, You want to act black because the music, the media has made you think that's cool. But what you're doing, and that's what I say again to the liberal part, the Democratic Party, they are okay with it. Why? Let them niggas be niggas, homie. They'll make money off them. And that's the problem.
I've always looked at this nigga as the same word as nigger.
Yeah.
To me, it's always
Too
been
close.
the same. And,
close.
you know, you're not going to tell me there's a difference between the two. That's why I don't use it. I don't talk like that. I was raised to show respect to people as much as possible.
Yeah, of course.
So by me saying that word, it was like, you know, hey, you're just being disrespectful to them, and I'm not cool with that. That's why I've never said it. It's always been like, no, I'm not gonna say that. But
No, one thing, even my nephews, it's actually the nephews that are all liberal and all crazy, they don't use it. My nephews don't use it, and it's funny because I'm the guy that's supposed to be Mr. Conservative, and everyone's at a party. Yeah, I would. I made the video on it. I'm not hiding. People, well, weren't you? Yeah, but I'm man enough to know. Yeah, I was wrong, dude.
yeah,
I was wrong because by me doing it, I'm 45. The guy who's 35, that guy's doing it. The guy who's 25, that guy's doing it. The guy who's 15, that guy's doing it. The 5-year-old. Well, my little brother, Jose says, nigga, why can't I?
well, I'm gonna
And
tell
that's
you
the
right
problem,
now.
Yeah.
When you get to my age, you're gonna look back at those pictures and think
Oh, I already
about
know
all
that. I
the
already know
stuff
that. I
that
already
you
know
did
that.
when you were a kid,
He's
and
still doing
start
it.
to realize.
Didn't I just see a picture of you throwing
No.
up the neighborhood?
But then you start to realize that, like,
Yeah.
what the hell was I thinking, or what was I? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a picture of me all sucked up, all skinny, all healthy, but I had a mean old pompadour. You know what I mean? Thinking I was looking hard, sideburns all down here, thinking I was looking hard as hell. And I was like, damn, what the hell was I thinking?
That was a style
I
back
didn't get a
then.
haircut. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah,
so all these guys are going to look back like that.
So Big Dub V said, Gil and I started reaching out to each other after I made that video about Raza using the N-word. No BS. I'm proud of Gil for changing his stance. And yeah, I was. That's when me and Dubs I kind of was maybe
You were the outcast on that one.
that's all right, but
Yeah, I know.
that's
I'm
the
just
thing
saying
with me.
you were.
I don't care if I'm the outcast. Like this, if my ego was so big, I wouldn't say I was wrong. I would still keep. I wouldn't make a video. No, I want to show that hey, I can make mistakes. I can live. I can grow. I can see something different to me.
Yeah.
It's wrong, brother. And the sad part is, when young African Americans say it, brother, you're feeding the ego to the racist guy who made that word what it is. And that word's a dirty, nasty word, brother. And that's finally it.
Well,
took me
in
a while.
reality, it just means an ignorant person. That's
Well-
the definition of it.
Yeah,
but that ain't what
yeah,
they
but
use
that's
it for.
not the
That ain't what
definition.
they use it for.
But
Just
that-
like the swastika.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
meant something in the
exactly.
beginning, and now it's
something
turned
else.
into something ugly. You know what I mean?
What I did start seeing and I like is there's a couple guys, I won't name any names, I'm trying to front them off, that would use that a lot in their music and would still dress SA down, but would use it constantly. And now that he hasn't, it's like, dude, your thing has stepped up. So you've got the skill. Raza, youngsters that are rapping, you got the skills, homie. You don't gotta use that word.
Yeah.
You don't gotta use that style. Look at YG. YG came out essay than a mother. He came out with the Dickies, came out with the flat. YG, a lot of his dress and all his gangster ass videos is an essay. He's an essay, and he's going to because it's a cool look, homie. The problem is Hollywood has made us look into chumps, into dummies, but nah, come on, brother. Use that skill you got, homies, and run with it. You don't gotta say the N-word. You don't gotta sit there and not wear your Jordan. No, it's all day long. The culture is gonna mix, but it's not. We're not mixing cultures right now. We're killing ours and going that route.
Yeah.
It's straight up.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's 7:20. I think I'm
We'll be
gonna.
in bed by.
I'm gonna be in bed about an
40
hour.
About 45 minutes.
Orange County, be ready. I'm play some handball. So
Like that?
Just
like that. You're gonna hear the sound effect. Pow, pow, fool, like that. Fool. Hey, if you don't hear the sound effect,
Like
ain't
everyone
real.
sit in hand?
yeah.
Go with the handball girls?
You know who I'm trying to get as my partner? Hopefully you'll go, fool. I'm trying to get Dub V's for everybody.
Dubs V?
No, hell no. I'm trying to get Dub V. Oh yeah, I think Dub V might be. Dub V, I'll be over there. Trying to guess Wes Watson, fool. Wes Watson, they'll kill the ball, fool.
Oh, no. Man, he's still recovering from blowing up Beirut. And him and that other guy were fighting.
Man. All right, Playboy.